Hey everybody, this is T.S. Madison, and if you are trying to grow your business, brand, or product, why not advertise with me? Email me at booktsmadison@gmail.com so that you can get in on our comprehensive advertisement packages. Unique visits, unique subscribers, honey, a broad demographic. Advertise with me today. Quit talking and listen. Get over to my Patreon right now so that you can receive some exclusive content from the TS herself. Who you said? The TS. Patreon is filled with one-on-ones, exclusive content, behind the scenes. You can even chat with me in there, me and you. It's just me and you. So get to www.patreon.com/TS Madison Hinton, and you'll be glad you did. I promise. You ain't gonna have no other choice but to see me because I'm in everything.
There it is,
you
right
ain't
there.
gonna have no other choice but to see me because I'm in everything and everywhere. Ooh. I'm in film, television, streaming, music, bitch, and pornography. Damn. Bye. It's morning, and we slept the night away. Ooh. The best part of waking up is a little Maddie in your cup. Good morning, everybody. I'm finna be real controversial this morning. Bitch, the cold leaving me. Oh, thank you, Jesus. This is the Maddie in the Morning Show. And the views and opinions expressed on this program are mine. But the TS makes some motherfucking noise, too. This show is a comedic safe space to talk about the things from the night before. Y'all, Miss R. Kelly down there to the people's telling the people that he gonna tell on everybody. They need to put R. Kelly out there in the Squid Games. Run, nigga. You have been a detriment to your community. You know, gay folks work for me, man. That is disgusting. Light gossip, but heavy thinking throughout the day. The crates, you colored people is dumb. E.T. for norm. I don't care whatever happens to Candace, but bless her heart. The premise of this show is to be an unfiltered, unadulterated, opinionated show from the perspective of Miss T.S. Madison. We don't all got to get the along, because I don't get along with you, with a lot of you black motherfuckers, because you black motherfuckers don't get along with my black ass, bitch. So respect my gangster right now. The show is filled with regular folks, celebrity guests, and your round-the-way girls, honey.
Stop pushing your children away because of their gender, their sexual preferences.
I just want to know where you found this wig at.
Don't you do this to me. We're both sitting up here looking like women with shortcuts, so don't you ever cut this whole out. We also have Mo, the engineer, who gives the straight perspective.
Deuce ties.
What the H-E-L-L? This is an LBGTQ show that's curated and created by us for you. I do understand as black people that we have a high rate of things that we need to worry about. We're not going to disrespect her, but we're going to read her. I don't want the government telling me what I can't do to my own body. Right. We are all God's creation, but we are not all his children. See, the problem is you hoes have issues and problems with us coming from the shadows. As long as we're in the shadows, y'all are right. We are millionaires, bitch. We are artists. We are contributors to the situation. It's morning, and we slept the night away. Shout out at the song I want to say. It's Maddie in the morning, 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 Maddie in the morning. What? Wait, honey, it's 9 o'clock somewhere. Get in here and watch the damn show. People, let me tell you, I work hard every day. I get up out of bed, I put on my clothes, cause I got bills to pay. Ooh, my throat. Yes, Mo, you got, see, this is what a friend do. A friend help you when your throat no good. A friend help you when your throat ain't together.
You know, I can take over for you, Maddie.
Now you really
not in those situations.
Now you really want to?
No, not in those
My
situations.
question is, do you really want to take over?
No.
Because I usually don't have throat problems. But just in case I do you really want to take over?
No.
You don't?
I'll just stick to the singing, man.
Oh, okay. All right. I just needed to know, did you really want to take over?
No, not at all.
When my throat give out? Just the singing.
You can call somebody else.
Listen, baby, I had to put on some incense in here because it's going to get real messy today. Girl, I'm trying to ward off all the dark and wicked spirits honey, that fag brings when that fag comes over. Girl! My God. And
it's just me.
And that's why I gave my hand to God. And I said that anything come for me. Girl, y'all see the incense burning over here? Because one thing Craig gonna have Miss Netta to run a lawnmower over my back, bitch.
I'm gonna have who?
You bitch gonna have Miss Netta have a lawnmower run over my back.
You mean Miss Netta Lawn Care Services?
Listen, we not doing this, Craig.
Girl, you said lawnmower.
Yeah, because that's the shit that I've been getting ate up about. I've been getting eat. Let me tell y'all something. This is the same shit that I had to go through when that other bitch was over here. But the difference between this bitch and the other bitch is that our paperwork is together.
Now that is a fact.
So that anything come for me.
Well, girl, I don't even want to come over here and talk, girl, if the people going to be all riled up. Girl, they don't know that this is a satirical show.
Girl, I don't know. I don't even know if they don't understand what satirical is.
Girl, it's a satire.
That's right. I know what it means, girl. You ain't got to convince me.
Right, girl, they trying to censor me and
Now,
shit.
listen, I may not have my HSBC degree, bitch, but you ain't got to school me on every damn word you learn. God, leave. Now, as y'all can see, honey, I got my microphones together. How's the sound, everybody? Let me know. If you can hear the girls speaking loud and clear, press 1 in the comments section. We need a 1.
And don't forget to hit the share button.
If you can hear the sound really good, please make sure y'all press 1 so that you can hear the sound. All right, I see the sound is Mo. You did a thing when you told me to go over there and get a new mic. Okay. But you didn't tell me to go over there and get a new mic. I did it anyway. So let us know. Can I see the old mic? Can you bring the old mic over here? Let me see it.
Yeah, I can bring it.
Can they hear your mic though?
Yeah, can y'all hear me? Let me
We
know.
need to be able to hear the Africa.
Put a 2 in the chat if y'all.
We need to be able to hear the words from Africa. Can we hear the mic? This the old mic. As y'all can see, this the old mic. You understand what I'm saying? This the old mic right here. All right. Now this the old mic. Now this microphone still works.
Like the blood
Wait a
still
minute.
works.
Somebody's saying 2. They putting a 2 down there.
No, 2 is that they can hear him.
They can hear me.
Oh, so they can hear you. Yeah. So this the old microphone. I went and got a new microphone. As y'all can see, it got a rubber on it. You see, we pulled the rubber off of there.
Girl, who using rubbers?
Honey, see, this, okay, I'm glad.
I'm just asking.
I'm glad that we started with this. Okay? Mo, I'm gonna need you to put a tweet up here. I'm gonna send Craig is gonna see this tweet live and in color. Because I'm gonna have to address this tweet. I received a tweet. Yes, please make sure that you are tweeting me and you're tweeting Craig when you're responding to Fact Talk. Fact Talk is gonna actually have its own Twitter.
Yes.
Yep. We're gonna start its own Twitter. We have our own Instagram on Fact Talk. So make sure you're following Fact Talk on Instagram and on Twitter. Hold on, let me see because okay.
If make sure you spelling Fact Talk correctly, but you can go
PHAGTAWLK Fact Talk.
And it's the same for the website, facttalk.com, and you can link to the social media from there, and you can purchase some merch.
Okay, here we go. Cause Dragon King on Twitter is tearing you up. I'm going to
tearing me up.
Yes.
What do you do?
No, I'm about to send it to you because
okay.
Because I want to
let me see this.
I want to let I want to let y'all know that listen, I'm not above reproach. Now I'm a girl that gets out in the paint and I windmill about the things that I say and do. And I want y'all to know that I don't feel that I'm above being checked or being stepped to. Mm-hmm. It's just the way you tap me on my shoulder.
Don't push me in my shoulder.
Now you're not gonna pop me in my back and think I'm gonna turn around and hear what you got to say. I'm gonna fight you. But if you tapping me on my shoulder and kindly saying to me, Houston, we have a problem, I'm gonna investigate the problem. Okay? Hold on. So here we go. I'm sending you the mo. This is the things. Here we go.
Okay, I got
We're
it.
sending this because I'm going to address you, Craig, on my show because this is where.
Oh, Craig don't even know what it's about.
No, he don't even know. I'm going to address you, Craig, and we're going to address you. We're going to do this in the public so that the public knows that I hold even myself accountable for shit that I have said and shit that I'm, because that's when you know you a real bitch. Just like if y'all come back and y'all tell me, just like the other day when y'all was reading me saying, well, girl, you did misgender Jess. And I said, no, I did not misgender her. I did a word play on her name, but I never called her him, or I did say hilarious, but I didn't call her him.
Girl, you sound like you weaseling.
No, I'm not weaseling, Keisha. No, I'm not weaseling. Here, I'm sending you two things. I'm not weaseling, Keisha, but what I'm letting it be known is that when I was checked, it was okay for me to be checked because I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect. We make mistakes, and when we make mistakes, we can spin around in a circle.
We can do what,
We
girl?
can spin around in a circle, girl, honey, like Linda Carter, girl, if we've been tapped ever so slightly
Oh, for that.
to figure out. Craig, you don't know the password right now?
Girl, no, girl.
As feminine as you look, you mean to tell me as feminine as you look that you can't open my phone with your face? So that just goes to show you that I look nothing like a man, okay? No, here, put this microphone over.
Okay, so what he had said.
Mo about to load it. Y'all give it a second. Mo about to load it up.
Well, while Mo is loading that up.
We haven't started Fag Talk yet.
No, I know.
No, we haven't started that yet.
But I just want to let you all know that this is a satirical show. So it's like In Living Color. It's like Saturday Night Live.
Excuse me. So when we write the synopsis for the show,
Because we going to TV.
we off.
Mm-hmm.
Listen.
What, girl?
I told those girls that, bitch, I was going to get the Queen's Court, the Queen's Supreme Court TV, and I did.
And what, girl?
And I did.
And what happened?
Whether a bitch was sitting next to me or not. And I did.
I hear you.
If you don't believe me, just watch.
That's right.
Because, girl, honey, I'm that type of determination girl.
I hear you.
And I did.
And you did.
They can say whatever they want to say. And they can talk about one season and this and the other and all that type of stuff, honey. You have no idea. If when you Google our show, it is neither. It don't say that we're canceled or we're renewed yet.
Correct.
It's just in limbo right now.
What is it, girl?
Well,
girl, where is it?
well, they think it's in limbo. But I know otherwise.
Well, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Go ahead. Mo, have you gotten it in?
We good.
No. Wait, you were about to say something. I was saying that this is a satirical show. It's a la Saturday Night Live, In Living Color. So we're going to say things that are inappropriate because that's a part of the punchline.
Yes.
Now, if you don't have a sense of humor, log the fuck out.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to let it be known, honey, before, y'all get all irate. You got it?
I didn't know you sent the second one.
Well, either way it goes, put both of them in there because...
if you have tissue paper feelings, this isn't the show for you.
But, Craig, we still also have to be mindful of things because we do have influence.
Okay.
And this is what I want to teach people that have influence. Are you airdropping me something else? Or you did it?
Oh, girl, yes. It was. I have it here.
I want to remind people this, that have influence. When you have influence, you do have to be mindful of a lot of the things.
That's true.
And it's not because this is something that you signed up. Okay, now the spirits is really
Girl, you want me to move it?
Girl, yes. We're going to put it over there, girl. Put it close to those African deities over there.
Don't do that. Because first of all, our deities are very strong.
I know.
We're going to be talking about you Africans in this.
Hold on. One second. Let me look you dead in your eyes. I know. You can play the Saw game if you want to with me.
Okay.
You can play the Saw game if you want to with me. I know.
I know.
Now I don't know what you're talking about.
But you better not. Are you sure that's the route you want to take with me, girl?
No,
I've already been rumored.
Right.
It's already been a rumor, honey, that I know, but I definitely know.
No comment.
Right. It was passed down to me from the ancestors, honey.
Oh my goodness. Okay, when we're all set, Maddie, when you are.
So I just received this from Twitter. Open it up, make my thing big, or make my thumb for. Gotta watch what I say.
Right.
You know. Let's go to the first. Is that the first? No, go to where I didn't respond. Go to the one where
this one?
Yes. Here we go. Craig, are you looking at this? Here's the computer over here till you get over here, Ron.
I'm looking.
Here it is.
He says, I love and support you dearly, and I love your strength for yourself and others. I understand you don't control others, i.e., Craig, and his derogatory comments about those who have HIV/AIDS, but it is problematic. Affiliating with him is becoming a stain on, next slide, please.
On you. It's just a stain on you.
Oh, on you.
And so I went back and I said, what did he say? And then he said, maybe I'm the dumb one, and okay, I guess. Craig is always talking about gays supporting each other when it comes to toxic interactions and not letting those who speak ill of us get a pass, but then mention in a very non-sensitive and
Flippant
mention those with HIV and AIDS. Now, Craig, I have...
Wait, open this.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Open this. Before you say anything, I want the record to show. We're gonna go back to that episode because I'm thinking he's talking about this episode.
You know, there was a time that it was special. You didn't just fuck anybody raw. Now it's like people don't care. The gays definitely don't care. The gays, they never gave a fuck. Child, but the gays, they never gave a fuck. But at least when that epidemic came through into the supermarket, it ain't funny. When the epidemic came through. When the epidemic did what? Came through to the supermarket, we went and started gathering us and putting us in the checkout line.
Now I'm gonna pause for a moment because I think I'm in good company right there. I'm not the only one that's speaking. Hold your comment though. We're gonna continue. Hold on.
When the epidemic came through, started sweeping the girls up and putting us in the checkout box. Girl, can I say it? Hold on, no, don't do it yet. Let me finish. When the epidemic came through and gathered us up and started putting us in the checkout box, the supermarket sweep and putting us in the checkout box and rolled us outside.
Now I'm gonna pause one more time. Now I don't know if he saw the same thing I saw. Maybe we look very much alike, but right here, Carol Ann, you're driving the bus. I'm just listening and laughing. Hold on.
Can I say to put us in the car to take us away from the air? Can I say it? So the AIDS. When the world went through the AIDS epidemic. When they went through the what? And they started gathering us up and putting us in a supermarket suite. When they gathered us, put us in the basket and sent us through the checkout line.
Now, once again, I'm just listening and laughing. I haven't said 15 words. Hold on.
What happened? The girls up. The AIDS. Put us in the checkout line and checked us out.
Now I asked the question. I said, what gathered us up?
The AIDS.
Okay, let's continue listening.
Like in public, yeah. The AIDS. We began to start to be like, hey. Oh my God. We only started to get more and more promiscuous once PrEP became a thing.
Listen.
And y'all done lost your goddamn mind. We became more and more promiscuous once the PrEP started to come into play. And don't let a bitch tell you she's undetectable.
Okay, now, this is my first statement. But here's what we have to understand. That is true. Now listen, if the children that are undetectable tell you that they're undetectable, they're saying that because they want you to know that I'm safer, quote unquote, and you can, and you don't have to, because I'm gonna say this. Within the HIV community, there is a hierarchy. They've created a hierarchy. Those that are undetectable feel like they're more privileged, for lack of a better word, than those who are not undetectable.
But who said that? How do you know?
I've seen it. I'm just talking from my own experience.
So this is from your perspective.
From my perspective.
From your perspective, from your experience.
From my experience, and then just seeing different conversations on Twitter, on Jacked, when I used to be on Jacked, there were conversations where it was like, oh, I'm undetectable though.
Okay.
You know, that they're
well, at least they're disclosing the status.
Correct. And that's fine. Unlock this, please. and that's fine. But my thing is, they definitely try to make a distinction. And I understand that there's a difference between undetectable. Yes, come on, Mr. REXX. It's a they make the distinction. What did he say? Where did his comment go?
Unspoken.
Unspoken status quo. Thank you. Come on, somebody. You're picking up what I'm putting down. But let's continue to listen to the audio.
So here I am being blamed. Here I am being blamed.
No, I'm not blaming you. Listen.
Girl, it's over. She undetectable and you on prep today. Right. This is what you girls don't understand. Today.
That is
you're
correct.
Undetectable today.
Yes.
It doesn't mean you're going to be undetectable tomorrow and next week. The levels may change. Yeah.
And that's true.
If you miss the dosage. And you're not running blood checks before you're fucking. I mean.
Wait.
I mean.
And that is true. Now, nothing in that statement that we said was false.
Correct.
Because undetectable status doesn't last.
Girl.
Unless you are on your regimen, you
correct.
are continually on your regimen or whatever. Now, satirically, we were poking and having fun, but we were also educating in that.
Correct.
In that same retrospect, we were. Craig was. I did say that there was a time when the epidemic did, because the epidemic did come through, gather the girls up, honey, like a supermarket sweep, put us in a basket, and were checking us out. However, due to the way that Magic Johnson came out and was talking about his status or whatever, which he became the face of this, and then once he became the face of that, and the pharmaceutical companies understood how important it was for our community, for the black community, because we are
yeah, come on.
We are definitely high in numbers.
Come on.
According to the CDC.
Mm-hmm.
We are high in numbers and high in numbers in black women. And so therefore, because of all of this stuff, the way that the pharmaceutical companies started making changes and advancements into the way that AIDS and HIV research has happened,
Shell, I'm coming for you after she's done. Go ahead.
There are medications in place that were like PrEP, that comes in pill form and injectables that are having people where you either, if you have it, it's manageable, and if you don't have it, you'll never get it.
Right.
Oh, and the dragon did reply. This is what he had to say.
Oh, just now?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, where?
Oh. He said, I didn't say his statements were false. Craig just makes statements like this quite often with a lot of vitriol.
Oh, well, I'm going to need receipts for that because I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, Craig, I do tap you on your shoulder a few times, and I'd be like, girl, don't do that.
Don't do what? First of all, don't be trying to jump on here with him. Because
No, I'm not on his side, but I do tap you. Just the same way I tap you on your shoulder with where you have your comments about white people.
well, listen, it's the truth. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna say this, and then I'm coming for you, Shell. Can we just run the fag talk music?
You know what?
Let me get over here.
Awful. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to reposition the camera because Craig is being annihilated over here and taking me down with the blimp. So, let's get ready for some fag talk. You met me as me. Yes.
Bro, this hair looks delicious on you.
Yes. This 99J. This 99J. This 99J. This 99J. This 99J. Yes.
Do you have what it takes to be a fag? Oh, honey, you know you do. We all do. I'm most definitely a popular, hot-ass gossiper. Oh, honey, I was born a fag. And so are you.
I'm rich.
I'm sorry.
I'm rich. And so
I beg your
I'm rich.
I'm sorry.
I'm rich. And so
I beg your
I'm rich.
I'm sorry.
I'm rich. And so
I beg your pardon.
I'm rich.
Say it again.
I am rich.
You're what?
That's right, girl.
P-H-A-G. Popular, hot-ass gossiper.
Ain't that's right?
Yes. I mean, sister.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
And that's spelled P-H-A-G. Not the other one. But that counts. Girl, what is this, plum burgundy or what?
This is 99J. 99J.
Yes!
Thank you. You met me as me.
Yes. Bro, this hair looks delicious on you.
Yes. This 99J. This 99J. This 99J. This 99J.
Hello.
Anything come for me?
Anything come from me?
Obviously, you were definitely trying to get them to come for me.
Oh no, you were stirring the people
No,
up.
I didn't stir the people up. I only showed you what I was getting on Twitter.
You didn't put that man. Let me not say man because he might be non-binary.
Yes, just like I'm also
because you put them or
just
they
like
comment.
I'm also going to address. I'm going to address how I've gotten dragged about some shit you said about Miss Netta.
Let me just say this. Sometimes the truth is so pure that it stings. Now, Shell, let me start with you, niece. I've been working with Madison for, we met in 2017?
Oh, my God. Yeah.
And so for you to say that I've been craving fame, that's hilarious to me because, for one, when I first started working with her, I was always hiding off camera. But see, when the universe or God calls you into your purpose, it doesn't matter how you run and hide, the universe is going to move you to the center because that's where the universe wants you. So when we used to do the show, I would be whispering. I didn't want her to hear me. I didn't want you all to hear me. I would just be trying to pass a note to Madison. I'm like, here's this, here's the story. And she'd be like, Craig, what you saying? What you saying? So for you to say that I just want fame, yeah, you can keep that. Now, as far as what's the guy's name? King Dragon, or what was it? Or the
King
person.
Dragon,
Let me say person, because I don't want to say God. See, we live in such a politically correct world. You can't say anything. But see, I refuse to be muzzled. I refuse to be muzzled.
But you have to be mindful too.
And I do try to be mindful.
So there's a difference in between being muzzled and being mindful.
I try my best to be mindful. And the thing is, no matter how politically correct you are, whenever you say something, there's always going to be somebody that's going to be offended. And when you're talking about the see, let me say this. When you talk about difficult conversations, it's important to have difficult conversations. I'm really clear about what my life's purpose is, what my life's work is. I believe God has called me to bridge communities, whether it's the gay men and trans women, black and white people, on and on and on. But I speak a lot about race. But here's the truth. I believe that there are instances that there are white folks who don't want to have conversations, who are really interested in bridging the gap, but they don't even want to have conversations with black people because we're so sensitive that when you have a difficult conversation, it's important to be mindful that you're going to say things that are going to hurt people's feelings out of ignorance, out of just trying to learn. I've said to you before, I've known trans people long before I met Madison. I wrote and produced a stage play. There was a trans woman in that play. I worked with 2 different trans women. I've learned more about trans identity through her because she's so open and like when you ask things, you have to be able to ask the questions that you really want to know. But you can't be so sensitive. And I think the reason that we've learned so much about the trans community is because people like her are so open and willing to entertain and answer questions. But if you have a trans person that doesn't want to answer questions and they feel like you're trying to, say something to really challenge their identity, and like that's the only way that we learn. And so when it comes to this comment about the HIV/AIDS, the first guy that I fell in love with, I write about this in my first book, he was HIV positive. But the truth is, we have to be able to talk about this thing and not be afraid to talk about it out of fear of offending people. And the truth is this, I'm gonna be honest with you. Here's the truth. There are conversations that those of us who are HIV negative have amongst ourselves that we don't have with people who are HIV positive, because we know that sometimes it's gonna be so sensitive and you're gonna misunderstand it. And oftentimes, people who are living with the virus will say, oh, you just don't understand. Oh, you're just ignorant, especially when it comes down to whether or not you would date somebody that's HIV positive or not. That is something that each person should be able to decide. I don't want to date a smoker. Nobody's attacking me because I say I don't want to date a smoker.
Why you don't want to date a smoker?
Because I don't want to taste no cigarette in my mouth.
But you a suck dick, dog. I don't get it.
But I don't want to smoke. I don't want to taste no smoke in my mouth. Now, for example, if somebody says, and I'm not saying this, so don't misinterpret my words. If somebody says, oh no, I don't want to date somebody HIV positive, it never fails. Somebody from the HIV community will say, oh, well, why won't you date? They take it as a personal attack. We all get to decide our truth and what we want to do. And you can't be so offended that all of a sudden you want to say, oh, you're just ignorant, you don't know enough about the virus, or you need to educate yourself. Like, what about, I've had the experience before, and I don't want to do it.
Okay, and that's your person.
And that's a person's person. Well, don't say me, because I don't want them to say, oh, he sat on there and said it.
But you said that would do you?
I've dated 3 people that were positive.
Okay.
But I don't tell people whether or not they should date somebody positive or not. I've had book signings. I did a book signing at Morehouse, and this young man came up to me after the signing, told me he was involved with a guy who he had just found out was HIV positive. Mm-hmm. They weren't sexually active at this point, and he asked me my opinion. Should I date him or not? And I said, sir, you have to decide that for yourself. And don't let anybody force you to make that decision or choice. You have to decide that. But conversely, I've had people that are HIV positive who said, oh, I would never date somebody negative. Oh. So a person that's positive can say they would never date somebody negative, but a negative person can never say that? Like, come on now. But again, this is a satirical show. And so we're gonna laugh and play and joke about things. And so, like, what happened with Family Guy when you've got AIDS, not HIV?
Okay, now I was gonna say, that's where we got that bit. That bit from was, where's my phone? Because we're gonna play it in the background.
So it's like,
this is where we got that bit from, and you and I sat on the sofa and bitch.
We cackled.
When I tell you we fell to the floor,
yeah,
I was like, oh my God, this is awful,
Yeah.
But you were dying laughing though.
Okay, and I'm also going to tell you more things. Like, I laugh at trans jokes.
And even when it comes down to this non-binary thing.
Nah, I do think, okay, now Craig, here's where I want to tap you on your shoulder just a tad after we do the AIDS song.
After we do what?
The AIDS song.
Fair presents wall art and decor. Create your gallery with art deals so good they feel...
I got a knack for delivering bad news. I don't know how to tell you this, Mr. Devaney, so I'll let these guys do it. You have AIDS.
Yes, you have AIDS.
I hate to tell you, boy, that you have AIDS.
You got the AIDS.
You may have caught it when you stuck that filthy needle in here. Or maybe all that unprotected sex put you here. It isn't clear, but what we're certain of is you have AIDS. Yes, you have AIDS. Not HIV, but full-blown AIDS.
Yes, we were like, what the fuck?
Sure that you see that this is not HIV.
We were like,
Full-blown AIDS, HIV, but really full-blown AIDS. I'm sorry, I wish it was something less serious. But it's AIDS.
But it's AIDS.
Got the AIDS.
He said you don't.
You've
have-
got the AIDS at
said
the
you
end.
don't
That's
have
what he said.
HIV.
so after
the
we
full
watched
blown.
it, because I had never seen this before. And so after we watched this, I sent this to Craig because I didn't know, like, I was over there like, I promise you that I was like, well, what the fuck was, wait a minute, hold on. And I did cackle.
I did too.
But I was like, wait. And so that became our little running thing. That was like, girl, the AIDS.
And we would just say it amongst ourselves.
Amongst ourselves, you know? And so I was just like, what the fuck?
And they were harmonizing
And
for blood.
I was like, wait. And so that became our little, and here we go again.
Okay.
Again, even in our community, when we were talking about policing words the other day about how people didn't like fish and they don't like, you know, certain things like we call all men trade, whether they're gay, bi, whatever, or straight. We say trade, like whatever. In our community, we have like these, you know, and I'm not saying that everything in our community is right because it is not.
It's not.
But that is our language. And so we were having it took me a moment before I even started saying it out loud. Did it?
Yeah. That's true.
It took me a moment before I was like, the AIDS? But it was a reference to that. Because when I first saw it, I sent this to him and I was like, girl, what the fuck was that? If I told you that I didn't fall out laughing, bitch, I would be telling you a lie.
Right.
Because I was laughing at the space, not about the AIDS, but at how they were so crass.
Right.
And just like
Right.
up front, and I was
Right.
like, that shit is crazy.
Right. But my thing is this. When it comes to the non-binary thing, somebody just said, it's not that I don't. First of all, I think a lot of times you guys.
I need to tap you a little bit, Craig, because I know that you're gonna go for it.
You don't know what I'm about to say.
No,
though.
I don't know yet, but
Okay,
I want to
go
say
ahead.
that I need to say this. Like when you were talking about the non-binary thing, and I was very much so like trying to educate you in the space of, girl, I've had my own experience. When I worked on the set of Bros, I told you this was my experience. I worked on the set of Bros, and Bros on Universal Pictures hired everybody. They hired trans, they hired gay, black, whatever. They hired everybody, and we hired everybody from what's the word I want to use?
From the community?
From the community, but what's the other word?
In the subculture?
The subculture. Yeah. They hired everybody, but minority. From the minority.
Okay.
They hired all the minority things, like everything from staff to everywhere. Like when we walked around,
craft services,
everything. They wanted us when we walked around on set. They wanted us to make sure that we were comfortable when we came to work. Like everybody saw everybody.
Right.
Okay. So one of the people that was the PA there, and I've been on numerous interviews where I've said, well, I'm still learning about the non-binary thing.
Yes.
I'm learning that this stuff. I've been on many interviews, whatever. But I learned from an experience, and that was my experience at Bros when we sat there, and I'm from the South, so I use girl and she. Listen, we're fags. We call everybody she, even the men.
Mo.
When we have our conversation and Mo's not there, we be like, girl, she was over there. Girl.
Right.
We do that because that's what we do. It's everything is she. It's everything in our community is fucking goddamn fucking she. You've seen it, Mo. Yeah. I've even had conversations with you about some men that I was dealing with. I was like, girl, honey, she gives. Yeah. So it's not a place of me making you a woman. It's just language. Okay.
Semantics.
Okay. Thank you. So I said I was going to my trailer, and this is going to loop you back into this non-binary thing.
Okay. Because I'm ready to talk.
I was going to the trailer, and in me going to the trailer, whatever, when I spoke to the person said to me, whatever, because visually, okay, I got to say this because
I want y'all watching this to learn fucking something. Visually, I saw she.
Yes.
Visually, their presentation, I saw she. That's what I saw.
Right.
Okay? And so when I was having a conversation with another PA, I said, well, she told me that, you know, that we need to be back on set, that our lunch was this minute. And so they took after everybody cleared out and we went to lunch, they came into my trailer and they tapped me on my shoulder. And they said to me, Madison, I'd just like to let you know that my pronouns are they and them because I'm non-binary. And I said, oh. I grabbed my chest. I said, oh, okay. Because we had just, before I got hired at Universal Pictures, before I got, what, is something wrong? Oh, before I got hired at Universal Pictures, we had to go through training. We had to go through training. We had to go through a week of training so that we wouldn't offend anybody. You know, we had to go through so there's no sexual harassment. We had to go through a week of training for that shit. Because that was Universal Pictures, of which I still to this day get a check from, for those of you who said it flopped. I still am gathering up my coinage from that movie, bitch, that came out year before last. I'm still gathering that. Hence why, bitch, my floors in my home are done. My walls are done. Thanks. But that's another story because I'm about to get thrown. I'm about to breed a bitch. But
I'm just waiting for my turn.
you about to get it. You just stay here. So I went into my trailer and I had a conversation with myself in my trailer, in my mirror in my trailer. And I said, all right, Madison. Now, you don't want to lose your motherfucking job for number one. And for number two, not only you don't want to lose your job, you don't want to disrespect nobody, not you being a pillar in your own community. So here's what you need to do. Practice with yourself. How are you going to use they and them in a sentence when you were referring to this person? So I said, here we go. All right, Madison. They told you that their pronouns are they and them. And in order for you, Madison, to keep your job and not be fired and sent home, bitch, with no pay, you need to respect them for who they are. And therefore, you can keep that check coming to your name. You see how I did that right there? By the time they came back to my trailer, they have been they and them ever since. And I understood how to do that. Because one, I wanted to respect them, and two, I was not finna lose a dime. Now, Craig, I have tapped you on your shoulder, and you have said many, many times that I just don't get it, it's plural. As smart as you are, there are ways that you can adapt. Hold on.
Go ahead.
There are ways, Craig.
For my turn.
There are ways that you can adapt to adhere to respect people.
And
I don't want anybody at home. And here's my thing, because I got to get this out and I'm done.
go ahead. Because I'm done with it too. Because after I say what I say, don't talk to me nothing else about non-binary. I'm talking to y'all out there.
Because my pronouns are she and her. I didn't tell any of you motherfucking niggas in your home, on your couches or whatever, to believe that I am a female. I didn't tell any of you motherfuckers that. I ain't tell none of you motherfuckers to believe that, bitch, I'm a woman. I didn't tell none of y'all to believe that. What I say when I say that my pronouns are she, her, hers, herself, is that when you and I are engaging in any type of contact with each other, or we're conversing, or we're occupying spaces with each other, that this is the respect that I want you to give. I don't want you to change any belief that you got in your mind. I just want you to respect me. If you cannot respect me, you don't have to use she and her. You don't have to use she, her, hers, herself. But what you're not going to have is access to me. We're not going to occupy the same space. We're not going to get any conversation with each other because you can't respect me. And that's just it.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay, so let me just say this, and I'll reiterate this. When we had that conversation the other week about non-binary and them and they, First and foremost, I believe that non-binary people exist. I'm not questioning that is a thing, right? I believe bisexuality exists. What I'm saying is, to make it easier for me, I'm just gonna call you by your name. I'm not using them or they. And if you can't accept me calling you Samantha, if that's your name, or Mark, if that's your name, then I just won't speak to you at all. Now, I believe that your identity exists. What I'm saying is, I'm not doing the them or they thing.
But it's not difficult to do, Craig.
It's complicated.
It's not.
It is. And for me, it's easier to just say your name. And that's where I am with it. And what I am is not a follower. And so just because the community thinks that I should say them and they, that's your business. There are a lot of things that I think many of you all should be doing that you're not doing. And what I want to say most importantly is, we're not a monolith. We're all black people, but we have different experiences, so we're not going to agree on everything. Just because I fall up under that umbrella doesn't mean that I have to agree with everything that goes on underneath the umbrella. Case in point, there are things that we talk about with the trans experience that you don't necessarily agree with. I'm not going to go into that because I don't know if you want to talk about that.
You can. Let's do it.
Well, like, you don't think that trans women should be in sports with biological women, and I agree. And that is not transphobic. We just don't agree. And that's okay. What happens is, within the queer community, some of you, not all of you, some of you think that you're going to just make us fall in line with everything that you believe and think. And that's not going to happen, not with me. Now, for the person who put that comment up here who said, because I'm not HIV positive, that I shouldn't speak on it, then we shouldn't be talking about anything here on Fag Talk. Because the truth is, if we can't talk about the AIDS or anything else, then we shouldn't say fag either, because there's or dyke, because there's somebody here who's offended by that. So at some point, we're now muzzled again. So we can't talk about it. So then we can't talk about nothing. We should just go ahead and close this down and take our motherfucking asses home, and we'll see y'all later. Because I mean, if we're gonna do all this shifting every time somebody's feeling sensitive about something, then we ain't talking about a damn thing.
I mean, that is correct, but you know, we in the space that we use fag, we have phonetically changed.
Correct,
it.
but it's still a homonym.
It is a homonym.
We're still saying fag.
We are. However, it's the same way that we've done with the word nigger.
Correct. So black people who sitting here trying to get us together about HIV or AIDS or dyke or non-binary them and they, then y'all need to stop saying nigga. There's some stuff in your vocal repertoire that there's some people that don't agree with what you say.
So I was going to ask a question. So do you guys feel that you guys are war?
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
He said you guys.
I'm sorry.
I don't mean like you got. That's not what I.
Well, there's another example. There's another example.
I'm sorry.
So if somebody says you
like
guys,
it's like how you.
You say she?
Yeah.
Well, you can say she.
I don't say she.
You can say you girls.
I don't say you girls though.
Well, why not?
well, no, he can't say you girls because I'm not a girl.
Oh, you're a girl.
Now see,
Don't you get it twisted.
No,
You're definitely a girl.
Now see,
You're one of the girls.
I'm not so.
I don't care how masculine you are. You're definitely one of the girls.
I'm not so sensitive that I'm like, girl, don't call me girl. No, this is fag talk. This is fag talk.
Maddie, if that's the case, that means you should be.
Well, listen, you know
you
when.
can't call me she then.
Well, you know when things go down, honey. I say, bitch, Miss Tim, Miss Timothy, Mr. Madison. It's not, bitch, Miss Tim, bitch. I'm on because you're not offending me.
And that's what I'm saying. But see, my thing is, if like with my relationship with you, now I don't use the word tranny. I just don't. Just like I don't call women bitch. I just don't. Now, I might call a fag a bitch, but I don't call women a bitch. And I don't call trans women trannies. I don't use those words. But my point is, we have a different relationship. So there are times that I'm talking to you about something, like if I might say transmission fluid.
Yes, because I gave you that.
Right, and I got that from her.
And I'd like to tell you why I gave you that.
But what happened? But wait. What happens
because context matters.
Listen. But what happens if the trans community get offended because I say transmission fluid to you? So what, I can't talk?
But here's the thing, the context matter, because I remember I was saying, girl, you better come over here and get you some of this transmission fluid all over that. Because I was being sexually suggested to you in a joking manner. I was like, girl, I'll give you some of this transmission fluid, honey.
You know, and I call the girls transvaginal meshes.
Right. So for all of the gay boys that happen to be HIV positive, remember that some women don't want you calling them bitch. So if you want to try to check me about us joking about the AIDS, then you remember that. So like this shit goes both ways.
Because I was going to say that, you know, I consider, especially when you guys are together, I consider you guys doing a comedic act. So
Yeah.
it's like you trying to confine a comedian to certain things that they can talk about.
Right.
Okay, well, so Maverick 272, let's talk about fish. I removed fish, and here's the thing: I was never. You can go to countless videos of me. It was Daniva that's been saying that, and I'm not throwing Daniva under the bus because you go on Daniva page on any day, and Daniva is saying fish, 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 fish. I've never been one that was saying fish. I call it mother bitch hole, motherfucking puss asshole. I've always been saying that. Because I'm from Florida, and that's the way I speak. It's fuck that bitch asshole, puss ass, motherfucking bitch. I've never been fish. I got caught up in a fish debacle when me and Chi-Chi was sitting in the car, and Chi-Chi, who also is a fag from our community, Chi-Chi was saying, we were having a conversation about a woman who had got murdered because she was messy, and she went in there and she caught those men fucking, and she decided to go on Instagram or whatever. Remember that? And me and Chi-Chi was in the car, and they were dragging me since. Chi-Chi was in the car, and Chi-Chi said, "Girl, you talking about messy fish?" And I was like, "Yeah, girl, you know because this is us talking."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, girl, you know the fish in what was it, Milwaukee, Minnesota?"
I think it was Milwaukee.
It was somewhere. I said, "Yeah, girl, that fish." Bitch, I would never have been saying online like that if I wasn't talking amongst my girl.
Right.
I've never, and you can go, and y'all can go, and I've been on the internet for damn near over 15 years.
Yeah.
You can go count the videos, bitch, where I have ever been saying fish. Ever.
And I never use that word. Never.
You can go count the videos where I've been saying fish. And anytime a subject about me comes up anywhere, that's the like, well, he disrespects women. He calls them fish. I'm like, girl, wait a minute. Who are you watching?
CCM, I don't know what you're listening to, but I just said to you that I respect and I understand that non-binary people exist. I'm just not doing the them and they. I'm going to call you by your name. If you can't receive that and understand that, then too bad. You can contort and twist what I've said all you wish, but I've said what I said.
But Craig, again, it is not difficult to use this.
It's not, but I'm rather just call you by your name. I'm not, you're not going to strong arm me. It's easier for me to just say your name. If you don't want to be called by your name, then I won't say nothing to you at all. It's just that simple. It really is. I believe that non-binary people exist, but I'm not getting into the them and they. I'm not. I'm going to call you by your name. And if that's not enough for you, then fuck you.
Don't do that, Craig. Oh, wait, no, it ain't enough in there.
If you think that means that I don't respect people, sure. Yes. What is that right there?
Oh, girl, this stuff you don't eat.
That's cabbage?
No, that's chicken.
I want some of them potato wedges too.
You'll get it, bro.
Yeah, like you're not
Now,
gonna
Craig,
program me.
I have to be honest and tell you that I don't like the fact that I don't, me personally.
Because I just would rather call you your name. You would think that I'm sitting here saying, no, I don't think bisexual exists. I don't think non-binary exists. No, I'm just saying I'm not trying to do all of that. I'm just gonna call you by your name.
I just personally think, Craig, that it's not difficult.
For you.
It's very easy.
Okay, well, it's easier for me to just say your name.
What's the problem with it?
I just told you. If you told me you were non-binary, I would just start calling you Madison. I'm not going to say she, I'm going to say, oh, Madison.
But what about when you're having conversations about me? Or
I'm going to say Madison. If that's the case, then we shouldn't say fag.
Oh, we saying fag over here.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to call you your name. We haven't even gotten into the show.
I'm glad we're doing this, Craig, because there's going to be a lot of things that we say on the show that people are probably going to get offended by.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. If we're going to start doing all of that, then we shouldn't do it. How about this?
You met me as this.
Yes.
This hair looks delicious on you.
Yes! This 99J. This 99J. This 99J. This 99J. This 99J. Yes!
Do you have what it takes to be a fag? Oh, honey, you know you do. We all do. I'm most definitely a popular, hot-ass gossiper. Oh, honey, I was born a fag. And so are you.
I'm rich.
I'm sorry.
I'm rich. And so
I beg your
I'm rich.
I'm sorry.
I'm rich. And so
I beg your
I'm rich.
I'm sorry.
I'm rich. And so
I beg your pardon.
I'm rich.
Say it again.
I am rich.
You're what?
That's right, girl. P-H-A-G. Popular, hot ass, gospel. Ain't that's right? Yes.
I mean, sister.
Yes.
And you know what I noticed too?
Oh God, I thought we were done.
We are. We're going to go ahead and slide on to something else. Very few people are independent thinkers. I'm an independent thinker. Like, I'm not going to just be forced to think something just because a lot of you are bunched in this group thought. And it's like you'll see stuff, I'll read stuff on social media, and people won't always have their own thoughts about a situation. They'll just kind of pan through the comments and see what everybody else is saying. And then they jump on that bandwagon because it seems like it's the popular thing to say.
So, Craig, what about those people when I say she, her, hers, and herself is pronouns for me?
That's fine. That's fine.
So, am I right when I say I'm not trying to change them for their thought process? I just want them, in order for us to have a respectable or respectful conversation with each other.
Correct.
And for us to occupy spaces with each other.
Correct.
For us to share the same room and the same space, the work environment, wherever we are with each other.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand that. So if I was in that situation that you were in when you did Bros, that movie, and if I had said she, because you said the person looked like
The presenting
looked like female,
Uh-huh.
and you said she, and she came and tapped, or the person came and tapped you on your shoulder, I would have just said, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then I said, "Oh, what's your name?" I would have, in that instance, I said, "What's your name?" And from that point on, I would have called the person their name. That's it. If that's disrespect, then I don't know what to tell y'all.
Well, since we're in the range of disrespect, and we're already in fag talk, let's talk about transphobia. And how all women are affected by transphobia. Let's put it up here on the screen. I've said this time and time again. Mo, what's going on? We passed that, Rob.
Yeah. No, I was trying to delete that. My fault.
Passed that now.
My fault.
Let me let you get it together, Mo, first.
Because I had to delete.
Yeah, I know.
I had to,
I just want you to get together.
No, we're good now. We're good.
We good?
We're good.
You sure before I get deep into the topic?
We are good. We are definitely good.
Now, I've said this time and time again that transphobia affects all women. Not some, not just because just all women. Okay? Now, we're not going to run the clip, but we're definitely going to
Show a screenshot.
show screenshots. So, this woman is here. From my understanding, she's a biological woman. And she's on this, what is his name, Mo? You into that stuff?
I'm not into it, but I know who he is.
You into that stuff.
What's his name?
The person that is featured. I mean, the person that owns it is Kastanat. But
Okay.
the person that he has guest starring is Drewski. His name is Drewski.
Are they all comedians or something?
I think they're just media influencers or whatever you call them.
Okay.
And so basically what happened was Kai Cenat brought Drewski on and the woman on to basically make them like a match.
A match. Can we
Yeah.
see more?
Like a
Can we
matchmaking.
see more of the stills? You only showed one.
Well, there was only
But there's
two
another one.
important. Yeah. Well, the other one is what you're talking about. And so when if you can see in the first photo,
Well, we can't see nothing.
in
Okay.
the first photo, he's blindfolded. Mm-hmm. After a while, they take off the blindfold, and then this is what happens. He runs off. And the main reason he runs off is not because of her foot being in the air, it's because they were insinuating or thinking that she was trans.
Not that she was trans. They were insinuating that she was a man.
Yes.
And I have to do some real deep distinctions in between that because, again, this is why when y'all be putting, well, you are trans, y'all men. Sweetheart, we were born male. We were born male. But those in the room were men. Had she been a trans for real, she would have been trans. Not, or born male. But she wasn't. Hold on, Kendall. Now I'm finna eat my food. Now this kind of show you get. Now
All that control. Well, girl, they don't like that. So I think you should put your fork down.
hold on.
My fault. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll get closer to the mic.
Hold on. Let me get a little bit more of this while they go to windmilling down there. You enjoying your food?
Very much so.
Anything come for me?
Anything come for me.
So, as a woman, and this is the same thing, I hate to take this shit back to Jess. There are a lot of women that may not be able to handle that type of stuff. And then some of them, not all. I know y'all hear some of them, not all, may build up a thing. There were comments after I made that post that transphobia affects all women. Do we have them all?
Yes.
There's a few that I was just like, wow. And these come from women that follow me. I'm like, why do you follow me? Like, what's going on here?
You want me to
Yeah, just go.
first one? Wait, how is this transphobia when he said she looks manly? Maybe his preference of women are those without manly features. I don't think he hate or dislike trans people in general. He just don't want to date one. I'm so confused. Y'all help me out.
Greg, can you help her with this? No, put that back.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Are you reading this right here? Read here. Can you help her with that? The transphobia comes from the misgendering.
Right.
That's where nobody don't want to see it. It comes from the misgendering. That's where it comes from. Oh, wait a minute.
What's wrong?
Well,
screen
you,
went out.
I don't know what you. Okay, there.
But what makes her look manly?
I don't get. No, they were trying to insinuate this because they was talking about her hands, her feet, and then somebody wrote over there the thing, the jawline,
I saw
her
that. It
jawline.
says
I was
jawline.
like, what the fuck?
Well, Serena Williams used to get comments like that. Like
Yeah.
she's masculine.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Then next one. This is not our fight. We are women. We don't identify as women. No, sorry. This is not our fight. We are women. We don't identify as women who are born women. How does that affect us? The day I get mistaken for
A
a
nigga,
nicka, I didn't say nigga. I said nicka.
a nigga.
A nicka. I'm cutting my uterus out. Next we have, according to the comments, y'all not wanting to stay. Wait, it was cut off. I'm so sorry.
Wanting to
To
stay men.
which will forever be which will ever be.
Hold on,
Is
Greg, read that.
yeah, because a lot of it is cut out. I'm so sorry.
No.
A lot of it is cut out.
Greg, can you read that?
According to the comments, y'all not wanting to stay men, which y'all will forever be, is causing some real women to be mistaken for trans because it's so many of y'all confused souls.
So now this is our fault.
Oh, sorry.
Now I want you to go to the other because I definitely want to come back to that comment. Here we go.
Trans ideology forces women to into becoming a subset for our own protection.
Let me start
protected
over.
Hold on.
category.
No, hold
Okay,
on.
yeah, go ahead.
We know you got a dialect from Africa. Go ahead, Craig.
Trans ideology force women into becoming a subset of their own protected category. It sounds frighteningly oppressive. It's not up to women to solve men's problems with the patriarchy. Even if those men are trans women, if you choose to fight for trans women, you are fighting against women.
And then next we have,
Maddie, you're missing the main root point or part. It had never affected born women until men wanted to be women. I think that's what she's trying to say. It's literally a man's world, and you're proving that even more when you speak on women, even though you think you're an activist for us.
and lastly,
Do you know all women? That's what somebody just said to me, basically, about the HRV thing. Hush. But she meant Y-O-U''re. She fucked that up.
Well, her logic definitely fucked up in the beginning, but go ahead.
Right. You're being ridiculous. So it affects Beyonce, too, from your blanket statement against all women. And then somebody, she went back and corrected it. The your.
So how did my statement become anti-woman?
well, I
Can
guess-
y'all help me in the comment section here? How did my statement go back to my original statement after again, me again, because I just was being fried last week for defending a big woman from a man that a woman sat next to who should have been, as a woman, telling a man, hold up. Come on, y'all. We gotta see what's going on here.
Well, I think according
Go back
to
to my
her,
original thing.
I think according to her is because they don't consider you as a woman, so they're basically saying you're fighting a fight that's not benefiting them, I guess, which sounds baffling to me.
But according to a woman, and if I'm a man, let's just do this just hypothetically. Because yes, I was born male. But if I'm a man, and according to a woman that was putting out a cat call, a siren call to men to protect women, if I'm standing in the gap, why are you as a woman assisting in dragging a woman when there is the man that you call forth to protect or to stand up for you arrives? It just didn't arrive in the form in which it looked like you, and therefore because it looked like you,
Girl, you got some rice down
oh
there.
bitch, I'm gonna get it.
Girl, that little Uncle Ben's down there.
And because it looked like you have an issue. So I really sit in my corner sometimes and I read this stuff and I just be in a confused state of, well, what's going on here? It's like black people saying, save us from such and such come along in a different form and it's
and you're like, nah, don't
and
save
no,
us.
don't say, nah, we don't want
you
you.
to save us.
We were hoping for somebody else.
We don't want to fuck with you. Nah, I don't like you. And it's just like,
And that just that makes it seem like you don't want to be saved. It doesn't seem like you want to be saved.
again, it takes us back to all of my statements when I said, if you don't want equality for everybody, you want privilege. That's just it, and that's just all.
Because
when
if somebody
you-
is standing up for you,
When
what's
you
the point?
sit down and you dissect it and you look at this type of stuff, and you like, well, wait a minute now. Hold on. Hold the line. So the woman that just 6 months ago, or almost a year ago, screamed, where are all the men? Who's going to protect us? Huh? Wait a minute, let me get it right. We're all the men. Who's going to protect us? And then I, as a trans person who is prone to discrimination, disparities, who is prone to that, who sees something wrong and doesn't care about the gender, you know what I'm saying, or the sex, saying, hey, don't do that.
Because you're so rooted in your disdain. This is why we're going to get this. Unfortunately, this is what is going to lead Trump back in office. This is what's going to lead so many people voting for laws and sanctions against others that's going to
dial us back
and fall back on them. This is why. And it's so fucking crazy because my post was like, that girl, we sitting here, y'all doing all this carrying on. As a woman, I'm sure as a woman, she said that she possibly was embarrassed because now these people with all of this influence has just made her out to be a man.
Right.
Or excuse me, a trans person. But they're using the term man. They've just did this to this woman.
Right.
And she has to go back out in the world and receive that. It's the same fucking way when people be saying, Master, why you need to share? Bitch, when them hoes get on those large platforms, on those breakfast clubs, and on those D.L. Hughley shows that reach millions of people, you fucking right, I'm going to respond. You goddamn right I'm going to respond. Bitch, you not finna sit up here and put shit out about me, and I got to eat this every day. I got to go out in the world with this. You goddamn right. Tell Miss Mary we can hear the playback. Okay.
I think she can hear that too.
I'm sure. One moment, please.
But you know what happens though? It's like we're having these conversations, this trans thing, like every time we do Fag Talk. Mm-hmm. And at some point it gets exhausting. Having to say the same thing over and over. And at some point, I think we just have to accept that some people are just going to be willfully ignorant. And like when I talk about the race thing and talk about, because again, I'm very clear, just like there are people who misunderstand when I talk about race. I have nothing against white folks. I'm just for black and brown folk. And I just feel like somebody has to champion for us because otherwise, who will? But it becomes like, I don't know any other word other than exhausting. It becomes so exhausting, like saying the same thing over and over and over. And at some point, it starts to feel like you're trying to proselytize people. And
Please explain. I don't know what that means.
I was about to say the same thing.
Wait, didn't you get your college degree in Africa?
No, it's like proselytize
Touché,
meaning. It's like trying to convince people, trying to change the way somebody thinks and have them adopt what you think and believe. Like this whole them and they. Y'all not gonna proselytize me. Like, I'm just gonna call you by your name. Period.
Craig, I think that those are my thoughts.
I mean, I hear you. You know. What else we talking about? I want to move from this space.
We can't, unfortunately. So, Craig, my thing is, what about all the women? I highlighted those women, but there were so many women, which I'm going to go back and do a repost. There were so many women that were sharing their experience in transphobia. Mm-hmm. So many women. There was a woman that made a whole video. She says, ma'am, sir, everyone, I am a biological woman that experiences transphobia across the board. Mm-hmm. She says, this is her daily thing, that no matter what it is, that some person is saying that she's a man, right?
That's her experience.
It's her experience. and she is a woman. That's Michelle Obama's experience.
Right.
She's a woman. That's Serena Williams' experience. She's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's Sierra's experience. So what about all the women who are having these experiences that these other women like, that ain't got nothing to do with women. What are you you just trying to make this about? No, girl.
Well, I told you I experienced one this week while working.
Tell us, Mo.
Well, I was working with somebody, and as we were moving things, moving things.
They were men?
Yeah. As we were moving things, one of them we saw a woman get out of her car, go inside of a building, and then come back. And then next thing while I was working, I just heard him say, "I think she's trans." I was like,
No, they didn't say that.
No.
It's
No,
okay.
he was like, I think that's a trans woman. I was like, what I said was, I was like, bro, chill. Like,
Was she a trans woman?
no, I don't believe she was. I don't think she was trans because I think
They're saying they can't hear you, Mo.
Oh, you can't? Hold on. Let me move this up a little bit.
Watch what you move.
Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Ba, ba, ba.
Girl, you feeding your titties.
Just they hungry.
Hello, can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me? Is everything good? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Just put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear
I need you to
me.
put Don Lamont up there. Come on.
Where? Oh, here? Okay, they said they can hear me. So basically what happened was they said, "Hey, I think she's trans." I was like, "Bro, what makes you think that?" He's like, "Because of how she looks." I was like, how does she look? He was like, "Oh, well, she was tall." She was like,
"Can he help me? I'd like for them when you finish. I'd really like to understand what's the difference in between, because either way, don't nobody know what the fuck going on.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, they thinking both of them they fucking trainees, bitch. Whether they got a pussy or whether they were born with a pussy or got a fucking dick and nuts. Put that shit back up there, Mo. So what's the? I'm trying to figure out what are you trying to say.
Hold on.
What are you trying to minimize? What are you saying? He'll put it back up there, cause it's like, what are you saying? What you talking about?
Let's see. Does he?
Here it is.
What are you saying?
Oh, saying women look like men is totally different from actually being.
What is
an
the
actual transformer.
what is the fucking difference? I'm trying to get what is the difference? What is the difference?
Somebody said, should I unblock him so he can respond?
No.
Oh, somebody already blocked him?
But there's other people. There's some people in agreement. Like, what is the difference? So help me. If I'm not I need to know what the difference is. Are we still trying to get down where we're making it solid? Like, well, I'm real. They're not. In that whole moment, that motherfucker is saying that you're not. Before you even show your pussy, your ovaries, your kids, your baby pictures, and I have seen women do it, and men done been like,
they still doubt.
You was a nigga.
Yeah. And a lot of times because they might be like, there's some women that are out here that are like over 6 foot. There's some women that got massive hands. There's some women that facially structured. They might look like.
Did he say massive hands?
There's some women that got big hands.
I won. Oh, but I'm a nigga though.
Why he say massive hands?
Well, I mean,
Well, that just because your dick little and the hand look big around. Oh, bless you. Did I make you sneeze, Mom?
no, you didn't make me sneeze. I'm just saying that's what people say. They say because they're like very tall, or they got big hands, or they are or facially structured. They have like strong facial features. That doesn't mean that doesn't just necessarily say, oh, you are masculine or you are a man. No.
Let's be clear. It's trans women out here that look exactly like women. They look exactly like biological women.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what nobody say. So when you saying that that you may get mistaken, there are beautiful trans women out here in this motherfucking world. Beautiful. That takes time and effort and energy into their illusion. So what are we talking about here?
Yeah, I don't think it's just cool to just put a label on somebody without even getting to.
So again, transphobia affects all women, not some, not pieces. Because at any given moment, a motherfucker can be like to the most beautiful woman. I think you're a man. To the most beautiful woman,
That's true.
it can happen. To the most beautiful woman, it can happen.
Especially depending on where you also stay too. It can increase the likelihood of them thinking that. Because I know that there's been situations, especially I've heard, where they be like, yeah, if you go to Atlanta, you gotta be careful and stuff like. So I've heard stuff like that. So it's what you're saying, yeah, it's very much valid.
No, women get clocked just like the girls get clocked. They be getting clocked. Then there are some men that look like men that are women.
What?
She was staring you down over there.
See, I don't get offended by that.
Because you called me a dragon. I remember the very first time that you called me a dragon. And you was like, girl, is it okay? I'm like, faggy, I'm all right. You said, fuck you, dragon.
Oh my God.
I'm not sensitive with that shit because
Because you know the truth about the fact.
But you know, I do think that is part of the reason. Like we have to have difficult conversations, and that's the only way we can bridge
leave it,
communities. And a lot of times we don't have those conversations because people are afraid of sounding ignorant.
that's a
making
good
mistake.
point. Somebody said that
Where?
there's women out there who have PCOS, where they grow facial hair.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There are women that have. My mother has a little has a little fuzz up on it. I'd be like, mama. I say, and here's me being messy. I have joked with my mama, be like,
Mr. Mary.
no, I'd be like, girl, I knew you was a man. She said, well, honey, if I was a man, I don't know how the hell you got through me. You know, we just be like, I joke with my mom like that. But listen, there are women that's, you know,
Yeah.
it just gets on my nerves. And they just want to be those people who have that mentality want to be so separated where it's like, well, they talking about y'all, they not talking about me. When a motherfucker walking in there, he confused.
Right.
I'm gonna tell y'all this story and I'm gone from this. I done told y'all this before. Craig, I was down there to the club, having a good time. The trade clocked me and everybody with me.
Somebody Gabrielle just said that in the comments.
The trade clocked me and everybody with me. And I went out with some girls. I was the only transvaginal mesh amongst women.
The only one?
Transvaginal mesh amongst women. That boy clocked all of us. I am 5'6.5", 5'7". Some of the girls I was with, 5'11", 5'9". They got on heels. Like, so when that man clocked me,
He just assumed.
he clocked everyone.
Right.
And he clocked me. You want to know how he clocked me?
Hi, clock you, girl.
Because the cunts that I was with one of them didn't like me.
Oh, so she told.
And so she was sending out the signal. I didn't know one of the cunts that I was with. I didn't know her.
So she was sending out the signal because I was in the club. I'm having drinks. I'm being bought drinks.
Oh.
And because my girlfriend that I knew was with me, I was having them buy her drinks. And, you know, so the other two that didn't want to go with us because I was the trans of the group and was worrying about me. I'm just finna break it down. It's finna sound messy. I'm gonna say it.
Listen, we're not about to start doing it. Y'all motherfuckers are sensitive about what we say don't watch.
Yeah,
we're not about to be. We're not about to be.
So I went out to the club with the cunts. Me and my girlfriend and two hoes that I didn't even fucking know. One of the girls I guess she didn't like me because I was the transy. And bitch,
Wait, you were
transient.
You were transient?
Yeah. Okay. The bitch ain't live for me. And so we were out at the club, you know what I'm saying? I was asking like, girl, why the fuck was we even with these pussy ass motherfucking hoes anyway? These bitches over here acting like they all that. She's like, girl, this is my friend or whatever. I'm like, I already didn't vibe with them anyway. Okay? And so, bitch, I'm the TS. I don't give
Who are you, girl?
The TS. And I don't give a fuck how unattractive any pussy asshole feel on their time with me. Bitch, I ooze sex.
What do you do?
Ooze sex. And so we in the motherfucking bar and I'm getting play. This is what happened.
That's right.
I'm getting play. And all my transsexuals out there that know this for a fact. That this is how this shit be. It's something about a trainee. A trainee. TRANIE, a trainee. It's just something about it. Then that shit be them nigga magnets. So it was just all night. I'm getting drinks or whatever. So, bitch, I can't drink everything. So I got my homegirl drinking. My homegirl drinking. We having a good time or whatever. These two pussy ass motherfucking hoes over there, and them giving it to you in layman's terms. These two pussy ass hoes over there feeling some type of way. I done seen one of the bitches done send out the little signal to another motherfucker.
What was the signal though?
I done seen this bitch do this. I'm like, oh girl, I think this bitch is pouring my tea.
Right.
But what she didn't understand that within her pouring my motherfucking chats, got all of us clocked. For one, bitch, one of them was 6 feet 6'1". Keep in mind, I'm 5'6", 5'7". My girlfriend is 5'3".
So y'all were one of the smaller.
We were the small girls. You get what I'm saying? My girlfriend she's a biological woman too. I was the only trainee in the group.
The only one.
I was the only one in training.
In training.
From all of these real women, I was the only one in training.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And so the broad felt some type of motherfucking way. And then she put out a little signal, but that shit backfired on her. By the time we were all running for our lives. Except them two bitches. They were so busy digging in their purse because the dudes was running. They digging down their pocketbook. I got my ID. I can show you my ID. Them niggas was like, bitch, you a nigga.
They doing all of that.
I don't
They
care
doing
about
all
your
this
ID.
while they digging for ID.
I don't care about your ID.
I don't give a fuck, bitch. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. So they were digging all in their bags, honey, about to get bopped in they shit for being messy.
And what were you doing?
Bitch, I was already to my car, girl. I was already to my car, girl. I didn't give a fuck about them anyway. Let them beat them niggas up. Let them beat them punks up over there.
Oh, give me one of them down there, please.
Craig.
Girl, you ain't got to your car that quick.
I got to my car, girl. Let them beat them punks up over there.
Girl, did you have one of these numbers on that night?
I know.
Girl, did you have on one of these numbers that night? Girl, because you had got to your vehicle.
I had got to my vehicle, but they were up under my arm like this.
Oh, like a pocket? Where was your pocketbook?
Bitch, I had it. If you thought a bitch could run a football down a motherfucking field, bitch, I had those heels up under my arm, bitch.
How you have them heels?
Bitch, I had those heels firmly planted up, and I was gone.
But where's your pocketbook?
Bitch, on this arm.
So you were like this.
Bitch, I was like this.
Shoes heel, purse heel.
Yeah, I was like, since you got me clocked, y'all fight that battle.
Okay, right.
Bitch, you want to be messy?
Look, protect yourself.
But handle your own business.
They said you did a saucy Miss Santana.
I did a sausage. Since y'all want to be messy, bitch, you handle that on your own. I'm got my girlfriend. I'm like, girl, get in the car.
Maddie, just for good time's sake, let me just play real quick so they get a picture of what you did.
What show 'em, Bo? Loop it, Mo. Loop it.
Oh my God.
Loop it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Straight like that.
Oh God.
All right, that's it, Mo.
Girl, she was in the wind.
That's exactly how it went, but bitch, I was a little bit more faster. Bitch, I was out of there. Bitch,
Oh God.
since you hoes want to be messy cunts, you going out there, since you want to play faggot games, you going to get those faggot motherfucking prizes, bitch.
Okay.
Because nobody had to spill my tea. I didn't need you spilling my motherfucking tea. Bitch, I didn't need you over there telling those men what I was. Because quiet as this motherfucking cap, quiet as this cap, bitch. You get what I'm saying? One of them I thought was so into it. Girl, we on that. We is tongue kissing. We is carrying on the floor. He got mad, bitch, because he snatched me from some other one. And so, mind you, you got to keep in mind, the two cunts was over there jaded. Feeling some kind of way. And I'm like, girl, we all came out here, bitch, this the club.
Sitting over there giving anything come for me. Did anything come for me? Girl, I got you an extra drink.
Girl,
here.
I got you a drink, girl. Hold it down, girl. Shit, hold it down. Girl, calm down.
Right.
I got you a drink, sir. Sir, I got you a drink. Calm down.
Right.
And it's just like, why were you, and I have had so many different experiences with women doing that type of stuff. You feel me? And as much as they try to put that narrative out that I don't like women and I don't like black women, all this stuff, like, bitch, if I tell y'all the stories of the dark shit that bitches done did to me, just like to try to get me hurt, like the dark stories. I'm from Miami. When people be talking about how aggressive, bitch, I'm aggressive like I am because I had to battle my way through.
Motion detected at side.
Ha!
Interrupt now, motherfucking
Because
show.
I've had to battle my way through things from messy shit bitches done did. Right. Early in my transition, I done had bitches do shit. I was fucking this man, right? I told this maddiemob, I can go back and tell any story. I was fucking this man. And so me and the man was fucking around for the longest. I told you this too, Craig. We were fucking around for the longest and we never spoke to each other in public. There was a hurricane that came through and we were caught outside in a hurricane, girl. Someone saw us intimately communicating in the hurricane.
How do you communicate intimately
That's
in a
what I was
hurricane? Always giving all of that.
Oh yes, I was in his vehicle, talking to him in his face with my hands under his
Wait.
nutsack.
Maddie,
Your hand was where?
during a hurricane?
Oh yes, bitch, it hadn't hit yet. It was.
They said fuck safety.
It was coming, and so was he,
The hurricane was coming, and so was he.
and so was he.
Tell me more.
We kissing and shit. So we done got caught. We've gotten caught. So the cunt took it upon herself to start the girl. I saw you and him.
Walking in the rain. Yes, go ahead.
Definitely, I saw you and him.
Go ahead.
But it was basically I saw you and Tim.
Correct. Yeah.
It was definitely I saw you and Tim. So when things were about to get out of hand, I was reached out to by my husband.
And what had happened next?
He had it, and I was young. So this is the thing. This is why I tell y'all girls, believe half Believe none of what you see, bitch, and half of what you hear.
Oh my God.
Believe none of what you fucking see and half of what you hear. Because he has said to me, okay, this is what I'm going to do. When I see you in person, I'm going to act aggressive to you. And I'm going to act like that I want to do some harm to you. I'm not going to hit you. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just going to rough you up a bit. So that we can be clear that there's nothing going on.
So he wanted to play charades, so that just in case any of the straight people saw him interacting with
No,
you.
just in case he wanted to because it had got out.
Right, so he wanted to make it look like he didn't fuck with you like that.
Depending on anything that was given out, bitch, he didn't know.
Right.
This is why I'm an advocate for y'all girls, kill me, y'all women's. Kill me when y'all be behind them. As much as these niggas tell y'all these motherfucking lies and falsities, as much as they lie to you, the time when he says he didn't know,
That's what you want to believe him.
this the time you want to believe it?
Right.
This the time that you didn't want to believe? So, because I was young.
Like Mo's age?
Oh, no, he's not that young. Don't be fooled. His ideas tells a different story.
Uh-huh.
But because I was young, I thought that he loved me. And that it was more so for me to protect my husband from the ravishing of the public. That I was going to allow myself. Girl, I done told you to hush. I'm telling a story,
Right.
That I would allow myself to be put in harm's way to protect him. Because he loves me.
The lies we tell ourselves.
And the men too. They lie, they tell their mother.
Absolutely.
And the lies that women believe. You don't want to help me, do you, Craig?
Oh, they already tearing me up about the non-binary. You got this one by yourself. You got this one by yourself.
And the lies that women believe. I didn't know. Which takes us all the way back to, Mo, I need you to go back to that comment where that broad said, if y'all would stop dressing up as us.
Hold on. I might have to click through them, but.
If y'all would stop dressing up as us, it's y'all, like, we the problem.
Is this it?
If y'all was,
Try the next
no,
one.
try the next
one.
one. If y'all would stop trying to dress up as us. No, that's not it, Mo.
Isn't that it?
Try
No,
the next
Mo,
one.
you can't see it.
I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on. You're right.
Craig, see if you can,
Let me find it.
it. Thanks, Mo.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Be careful. To put this as it is our fault. And my thing is, when it all boils down to it, it was just up.
It was up?
Yeah. Right there.
Okay.
According to the comment, y'all not wanting to stay men, which y'all will forever be, is causing some real women to be mistaken for trans because there's so many of y'all confused souls. Well,
that was not me.
She did it.
let's talk about the confused souls that are because when it boils the whole nucleus of this.
The what, girl?
The nucleus.
Girl, you done got scientific.
I have.
What?
I have. The nucleus of this whole thing. And I'm gonna go to the bathroom after this because I'm gonna say a word and I'm gonna go.
Oh, okay. Well, what you want me to talk about once you go?
I need you to save yourself. But the whole nucleus of this whole thing, when you drawn around the circle, you know what it boils back to? The men.
Really?
And it boils back to the men because when y'all motherfuckers be saying we need to stop tricking and lying to them, no, they need to stop tricking and lying to you. Craig, any thoughts on that?
Girl, no, that's it. You put a nice little bow on it. We're going to go ahead and put this label on it.
Hold on, Mo, because we're going to talk about, because we got the weed Meg the Stallion in there, too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I forgot all about that, Meg the Stallion. So apparently Tory Lanez is going back to court. He's appealing
For the 10-year sentence.
for this 10-year sentence. Now, I don't know if he thinks he's going to get off completely or if he just thinks that he's going to get a lesser sentence. I don't know what that is, but sorry, you shot that lady. Like, what else is there to do? Like, you shot that lady.
Yeah, that's what everybody there said. They say you shot her, so.
I was ready to move on to something else, but we're going to sit right here. Oh, this hoodie is available at my website, craigthewriterstewart.com. We have all different cities and states. We have Duval girl. You know what I mean? We got a queen from Queens. We got all kinds of stuff over there, craigthewriterstewart.com. I saw your comments earlier and somebody just asked again. Sorry about it, but y'all had tried to embroil me in this non-binary fight. Yes, these are new mics.
And Craig, you want to know some other real shit?
What's that?
All the women. Come on, I'm back. I'm back, still shaking the table.
Why are you kicking your
I guarantee you that all of those women that be screaming about this, and the other, and how those men whoop-de-whoop be colorism and all that, because colorism do play a part in it, because they do it. It is definitely a lot of majority dark-skinned women, but them light-skinned women get it too, because I know some light-skinned women that have been misgendered. I've seen it with my eyes. But they be participating. How many of you bitches out there done call me? Because I'm going to hold my hand up. Hey, this is the part of the show what we call accountability.
Yeah.
I have called Wendy Williams, Wendell, Bartholomew, Orenthal, Rufus Clyde, Theotis, Pookie, James and the Giant Peach, Hezekiah Walker Williams. I've said this throughout the entire of the Queen's Court show. I did that. But you know, I also did that next to a woman. I've also watched that same woman call Meg the Stallion Marcus. I've also watched Marcus. I've watched these. So when we be talking about these things and we talk about change, we participate in the things. We participate in these things. And a lot of you women have participated in transphobia too.
I remember when they were saying Sierra was a man. I was young at that time.
Oh, how is the LGBTQ? How's the LGBTQ bullies? How are we bullies? Are we over there telling you, bitch, that you can't have no health care? Are we over there trying to deny you work because you're straight? Are we making law? Are we putting laws in place that because you're a straight person, bitch, that you can't work on your job, or you can't have fair housing, or you can't have fair employment? Are we doing that as fags?
And we don't see the parallel. Some of you don't see the parallel between that and civil rights. That's what white people were trying to do during Jim Crow and slavery. So the shit that you're fighting against white people for are the same thing that
you turn around and you're doing this to the fags. So my thing is, as when you say these things, that we're bullies and that we're like we're terrorists and shit like that. Think about the world that you live in and all the rights that you have just because you're heterosexual. Think about that. And then listen to the people that are fags that are telling you, hey, I want to eat too. I want a job too. I want a house too. And then go down and look at your law list and stuff like that. And when people are trying to put sanctioning laws in places to where these rights are taken away from you, or that you have the ability to discriminate against people because they are not straight.
And lest I remind you of what I said the other week, but not for the fact that black queer people existed. Many of the rights that have been afforded to you,
We can't see the comments, but
you would not have, because we did the work. We were on the front line of every major movement in this country.
So when you talk about being bullies and being, forcing things,
What about us fags that had to grow up and see y'all kissing every day on fucking TV? I ain't never knew nothing about being no goddamn tranny or no damn homosexual. Nothing. I didn't know anything about that. I knew what was inside of me, but all I saw was straight. That's all my programming was. That was my whole programming. What are you talking about? Talking about programming, and then you get mad when you see at least one thing that has something to do with it. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Oh,
They taking over.
Oh, they taking over. Oh, they taking over. Oh, God. Here they go. Oh, I'm so sick of them.
And that's the same thing white folks said. These niggas on TV again?
Craig, hold on. Let me do this. Mm-hmm. Don't you dare equate racism to motherfucking homosexuality.
Right.
That's a choice.
Right.
You chose to be that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare put those two things together. That is completely different. Mm-hmm. Can you show us the parallels, Craig?
Right. Because they give, that's the gay agenda. There are lots of parallels. Like somebody said, who's the guy? What did that say, Craig? Who's the guy?
Where?
Mo, you need your glasses. Don't leave your glasses no more.
Somebody said, Craig, who's the guy?
I thought I could manage without him.
No.
He's not that young. Bayard Rustin. There's a show. There's a film on Netflix now called Rustin.
Yeah.
Rustin.
So again, Craig, because I don't want you to try to bring that together, because we got black people watching here, and I don't want you to. Don't you dare try to bring that together.
But discrimination is discrimination.
Right.
It's the same.
We know that because I mean, I have an HSBCU degree, but I live life.
Yeah.
And this is why when people be telling me, why the fuck do you be standing up for stuff? Because I understand inequality. Mm-hmm. I understand oppression. I understand unfairness. Mm-hmm. So when I'm speaking up for a big bag woman or for a woman that's being motherfucking transphobia is being held against her, when I'm speaking up for that, I know it firsthand. Mm-hmm. A lot of you play oblivious. Well, that don't got nothing to do with me.
Right.
Well, there's something that I want to segue into since we're in the
What's that?
The comedian guy.
Gerard. Girl, I couldn't wait to get here.
Well, we're here now. So what's up? Wait, hold on. We may not be here.
Oh.
No, continue. Boom. There we go.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay. No, we just was trying to make sure.
Now listen, the gays have
No, put that back out there.
Okay,
the gays have been in an uproar because this fag, F-A-G, he has a reality show that's coming out, and it's going to be on HBO. It's going to be on Max.
Can we hear the trailer? Because we can't play it.
Right.
Because that's HBO's property.
Okay, yeah. Did I send it to you?
That's HBO's property, and we definitely not getting no strike for that. Because I will mute.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and try to find this trailer real quick.
We can just go here because I think.
Oh, you found it? Okay.
Is it? Just go through here. Is it? Where is it?
There it is.
There it is right here. So we can do the scroll through. Here.
Uh-huh. They don't have a video?
It's not the video. Oh, wait, because there's two posts about this.
Right.
Oh, there go Miss Netta them. Hold on. There was two posts about it, Craig. They had the video.
You want me to send the one that Craig sent me?
Did I send you the video?
Yeah, I believe you did.
Send it to my inbox. But Craig, while we're looking for the video, talk about it.
So,
There go Miss.
that's who? Who was that?
Oh, that's Charles.
I don't know those people.
See how you just use they and them? Great.
I said those people.
That's plural.
I just sent it to you, Maddie.
Okay, so Gerard Carmichael, he came out to his mom. His mom is from I believe South Carolina. She's from one of the Carolinas. He's from one of the Carolinas. She's a devout Christian. And in this trailer for his reality show that's coming.
It is.
Okay.
He acted like someone died. It hurt my feelings. Mom basically said I was going to hell.
I didn't write the Bible. I don't think anybody's being hard on you. I think people are calling you to do better.
And Lord, I come to you, Gerard and I, take the desire from my son to be with a male. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. I love you.
Okay.
This has to be discussed on camera.
Yes, I bring in cameras, and yes, that's my way. And yes, I'm afraid to have these conversations without them.
Let's just blow this shit wide open.
I may have to cut that out.
So the gays are really upset that, well, for a couple things. They find this sizzle for his reality show problematic because
He has a white man.
he has a white man. That's really why the black gays are really upset.
So he has a white, like,
He's a white boyfriend.
Well, Craig, here's the thing. But have you not heard the black gays say they're tired of seeing it? That the key to black gay success.
Let me get to my notes.
Hold on, I don't need no. That the key to black gay success is once you've reached it, because it's the same way with if it was heterosexual. The key to success is once you've successfully made it, that you start to date outside of your race. Have we not heard this time and time again, whether it's within the the homosexual community or the heterosexual community? Have this not been a time and time again statement?
I need to take my time with this.
Go ahead. Oh, Miss Netta's live. Hold on. I'll watch it when it's done. Go ahead.
Who did you say was live?
Miss Netta. Go ahead.
You a miss.
I got notification Miss Netta was live.
You actually follow them?
I do. I like Miss Netta.
And when I say them that time, I meant Miss Netta and Charles.
No, you meant Miss Netta.
Okay, I want to take my time with this Gerard Carmichael story.
Because it's also going to tie into this other part too that we need to
It certainly is.
Okay, go ahead. Well, go ahead.
So I have some notes here
Okay, Craig took notes.
because there was a time that I was frustrated with successful black people who started to date outside of the race, who dated white people. Because in my mind at the time, I felt like you were taking those resources that could create future generations of wealth in the black community, and you're giving it right back to white folks. That was the way I felt at one time. Whether you were gay or straight, that was how I felt. But at this point in my life, I've started to think a bit more critically about it. And I understand when we're talking about people like Don Lemon, Billy Porter, Karamo Brown, and Gerard Carmichael. The answer isn't always black and white. It's not always, oh, now that they've reached a certain level of success, now to seal the deal, I'm really successful once I find me a white partner. I do believe that, somebody said RuPaul, I do believe that there are instances where there are black people, gay, straight, whatever, who look to date outside of their race. I believe, and whether you're black and you only date outside of your race, or you're Asian and you only date outside of your race, I think that's an identity issue when you are of a particular race and you only date outside of your race. That's an identity issue, period. But I do think that there are instances where there are people who reach that success and they say, okay, let me find me a white person. But then I also think that sometimes we just get tired. Because when you've done a certain amount of work on yourself and you start to realize that the work that you've done on yourself, everybody else hasn't necessarily done that work on themselves. And when we're talking about sexuality, there's very specific work that has to happen for you to get comfortable in your skin. And when you start to reach certain heights, a Tyler Perry, for example, a Sean Puffy Combs, for example, they're not going to come out because we haven't given black men permission to be who they are.
You mean come out as what, Craig?
Whatever they are.
Girl, you did a lot of rustling over there.
Maddie.
No.
Do you know what you just put up?
Nothing.
But here's the thing. But here's the thing. Once you reach a certain
It erased? Oh, I'm sorry.
once you reach a certain height in your career, sometimes you want. No, Craig doesn't have no white partner. But sometimes you get to the point where you reach a certain level in your career and a certain level of success. You want partnership. And unfortunately, when you reach certain heights, there aren't many of us there who are also out. We may be there, but we're not out. And what I'm not going to do is do this work on myself, and then I reach a certain level of success, and I got to go back in the closet because you're not clear about who you are. And so we have to. My thing is this: with Gerard Carmichael, would y'all have wanted him if he wasn't famous and had some money? Because the gays love a man with a body.
That's why they be down at the gym leaving those stains on the
Correct.
floor.
And Gerard Carmichael is a slim guy. They most probably would have thought he was corny. And if we really gonna be honest, and remember what I said at the top when we were talking about the non-binary thing, sometimes the truth can be so pure that it stings, and we don't always want to hear it.
Yeah, people are saying no.
The truth is this, and I'm only talking about black queer people right now. Don't tell me anything about what white folks do and Hispanic men do the same thing. I'm talking about us. I understand that there are vestiges of slavery that still occur today. I believe that there are so many parallels between the way that gay men and trans women date black women, date black men, and how black women date black men. The common denominator is black men. And I really believe that there needs to be some sort of a case study.
Wait, Craig. So before I went to the bathroom and I circled around, I said the nucleus was
Yes.
men?
Yeah.
Was that right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Continue.
They're the common denominator. And I understand that there are systemic issues, things that reach all the way back to slavery. I get it. But when are we going to start holding black men accountable for how they show up and sometimes show out in relationships? Perfect example, this whole thing that happened with Love is Blind. I know you don't watch that, but this story with Clay and the girl AD. Clay's father passed down trauma. Clay's father took him on these excursions when he was cheating on his mother. So now Clay has adopted that behavior.
Kind of the same way, and this is going to sound like I'm be throwing shade, and I am.
Yeah.
Kind of the same way like when Boosie had his 12 and 13-year-old son's dick sucked.
Correct.
Don't you know that that's passing down a trauma that was passed to him because he in his brain is thinking, and the women that finding it. Hold on, because I got
Yeah.
I'm finna loop this in.
Can I
No,
ask
hold
a
on,
question?
because it may leave me.
Well, I think it might coincide with what you're saying.
Okay, but
even though you might give me a little.
it may
pushback
leave
about
me.
it.
It may leave me. Hold on, let me
Okay,
get
go
out
ahead,
this.
go ahead.
And kind of the same way that it hypersexualizes these men at a young age, and they be trying to figure out like why these niggas is fucking everybody, want to fuck everybody, and why they don't treat black women with respect and this and the other, because the dad has instilled it from what his dad instilled in him, with his dad that got it because he was trying to make him not be homosexual and stuff like that. And then there's a lot of single mothers in the home and kids spread out all over the place and stuff like that. Could that be what you're saying?
That's vestiges of slavery.
Oh.
African slaves were treated as cattle. Oh. You're going to make some children over here, then I'm going to sell you over to this plantation. You're going to make some children over there. That's no different from a black man who's having children over here in Bankhead by 4 and 5 different women. Then he moved over down to Cascade. He got 2 or 3 baby mamas over there. Then he down here in Riverdale. Those are vestiges of slavery. There are remnants and things that still exist today. So while I give black people and black men grace, just like I sit here and I give you the truth as I see it about white folks, we have to be honest with each other, because one of the best parts of life is when you can admit the truth to yourself about yourself. And the truth is this. The truth is this. We have to start, I think there needs to be a case study, and we have to really start looking at how black men are impacted when there's no father present in the house. because those little black boys grow up to be grown men and they don't know how to show up in relationships for women or us.
Oh, come on, Mo. Mo has something that he wants to say.
Yeah, because
He's the straight one here.
No, because at
Come
the
on,
same
let's look at him.
the same time that I do agree with you, I also believe that there's not everything is being told. I think responsibility needs to be on.
What did he
both.
say?
If you listen, he'll say it.
Wait, say that again.
No, I said even though I agree with what you guys are saying. Sorry.
It's okay with you guys. I'm all right.
But I agree with what you're saying because I do specifically agree with everything Craig says exactly. But I think that there are other parts to it also. So, perfect example, when you said that they are, especially about the Maddie, when you said that men aren't around in the home, I agree. Men should be more in the home, but it's not just because of men not wanting to be home. It also has to do with, that's why I say it needs to be both sides need to take responsibility.
What do you mean both sides?
Perfect example. Not a lot, but there are times also because men are not in the home, also because of the other party.
You can say women,
Yeah,
Mo.
well,
Don't dance around
Okay,
it.
there.
You can
because
say
of-
women.
Yeah, women. Like there's a documentary that came out with the Cosmopolitan that came out. They said that they were feeding women the whole thing about I don't need a man, I'm just going to do everything by myself, and that's what and I'm not talking about the women nowadays. I'm talking about the women of before. That was making women saying, okay, I don't need a man. I don't need a man in my house. I could do better without him. And that's what also with the whole thing of assisted living, that was also to promote single living. So I think that also at the same time, yes, men have a responsibility to be at home. Yes, men also need to do better at being at home. But we also have to also consider the other side too.
Okay,
because we can't just say
right.
it's
But let me
completely
say
men.
this, just like I was saying in the beginning. I want us to focus just on black men because what happens is we start pivoting. Well, women, da 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 da. Okay, let me just say this for the sake of saying it. I understand that there are men who want to participate in the rearing and the raising of their children, but some women have made it difficult for them to show up because the woman is still angry with that man for how the relationship ended because
Right.
he cheated, da 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 da, and they make it difficult for men to get in.
Right.
So I understand, but let's focus on black men right now because a lot of times we start pivoting and the same thing happens when we start talking about things in the black gay community. A lot of times black gay men will come forward and say, well, white men do the same thing. It's not just gay. But we're not talking about them. Let's focus on our healing instead of pivoting. And so what I want to say is there's so much I want to say, and I really hope that I'm clear. Most black men are raised in single woman-led households.
You're
whether
right.
you're gay, straight, bisexual, whatever.
You're right.
Most are raised in single woman-led households, whether it's your grandmother, your aunt, your mother. It's a woman that's raised in that household.
Mm-hmm.
There's something that happens to a little boy when the father is not there, just as something happens when to a little girl when the father is not there. Something happens,
Yes.
and it happens differently for them. But what I'm saying to you is there's a trauma that little black boys carry with them from the time that they're an adolescent to it's how they deal with women, it's how they socialize with women, it's how they bob and weave in and out of the relationship, that non-committal thing. That's a real thing. And that doesn't mean that there aren't white men that are non-committal. But what I'm saying is when we're looking at the community as a whole, that shit is an epidemic in the black community.
Yes.
That shit is spreading through our community like a cancer. So just to circle this back to Gerard Carmichael, let's just say he was looking for a black man. Craig, has been looking for partnership with a black man. But one of the things that I know to be true is that the qualities that draw people to you are the same qualities that make them insecure once they're with you. They're drawn to you because you can speak well, because you're educated, because you're successful, because you got a great body, because you're nice looking. All of those things. You're ambitious. But then as soon as they get with you, they can't handle it. The air becomes thin once they get, because everybody can't go to those next levels. And the same thing, I'm gonna make it plain for you ladies. The same thing happens with black women. When a black woman is educated, she owns her own house, she has a car, she doesn't have any children, and there's not a man in sight because she's a threat to him. She's like kryptonite to him. And a lot of black men can't handle that. That's the conversation we have to have. And a lot of times black men don't want to hear that shit. They want to blame it on women. Oh, well, women start making money and they want to be the man. Yes, that may happen in some incidents, but what happens across the board when we start thinking from a general perspective? And so back to Gerard Carmichael. A lot of black gay men are upset that he's dating these white men, these white boys. If I was attracted to white men, I would be exploring by now because I'm sick of 6-month relationships. I'm sick of 9-month relationships, 2-year relationships. The truth is, I don't think enough of us, and I'm not saying that some of you haven't done your work because it took me a minute to do my work. And everybody has to do their work in their own time. But too few of us are really looking at ourselves critically and asking ourselves, why am I on Twitter fucking strangers?
Right.
Why am I on Jacked and whatever else, and I'm okay with going to the gym, having sex with strangers? And the answer usually is, oh, well, I just enjoy sex. Yeah, maybe some people do just enjoy sex. I love sex. But what is going on with us that we're not really stopping to think, why am I demonstrating this behavior?
Well, Craig, also you have to look at that you and I both, and Almost Mo, we're in a different age bracket.
And Almost Mo.
Yeah, because he's not that young.
Yeah, he's not.
And so we're in a different age bracket, and we've gotten to a place in our life where we're looking at like, okay, we're successful people, you know, and we don't want ourselves to be involved. We want people to want us for us and deal with us for us. And I could go have sex with a nigga, come fuck me, nigga. Hush, ho!
Right. Shit. Unplug her ass.
Because you don't be talking like shit in the fucking way.
You getting mad? You plugging the wrong.
Bitch done told me all this motion. What was I saying, Craig?
You said.
Oh, yeah. So we can go get jump offs and all this stuff. Like we're at an age and place in our life where
it doesn't fulfill you.
It doesn't. Like I'm okay. Like I can go get my dick sucked tomorrow. I get my dick sucked today. I can go suck dick today. I can do like I don't have. These are not issues that I'm. And then I see bitches write shit on the thing that you ain't got no. We don't never see you with no man. You ain't got no man. First of all, I'm too valuable for me just to be prancing around with any fucking body.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
Right.
I am too valuable to just be up online holding a bitch hand and posting a nigga up on social media, bitch, because his stock just went up.
Listen.
No, Craig,
Yeah.
because his stock just went up. So I'm in a space where I'm not gonna just be holding hands and all. And listen, I could be right now in a whole large relationship standing saying, yeah, this is my man, but am I ready?
Come on now.
Am I ready for that?
Because see, I think that people are confusing relationships with companionship. Many of you out here talking about you want to be in a relationship. No, you really want companionship. You just want somebody to hang out with for the weekend.
Different
I'm about to.
Different shapes.
Some of you just want somebody to hang out with for the weekend. You want a little sex buddy. You wanted somebody to go down to Miami with for the weekend. That's a difference between that and relationships. Relationships is where you're building. And see, here's the thing. And I don't know where I'm gonna put this, but I wrote this the other day. You got a lot of folks wanting to play house, but nobody's ready to build one.
Right. Hey, yada baba shata.
You're right.
Didi yada bo sierra tata. Roboboku.
Rick, can I emphasize on what
Go
you're
ahead.
about?
Come on, let's see.
Because I would say this especially about the world today. We think relationship is like how they show it on social media.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Relationships are hard work. It's all about work. You really never really actually ever know the person you're with completely. That relationship, you're constantly learning something new. But people are so quick to give up wants a little, and I'm talking about for a small thing. I'm not talking about for the extreme things. There are people that give up for these smallest
I'd like an
things.
example of what you consider a small thing.
Okay, perfect example. Somebody might just say, "Oh, you're always working. You never have time for me. It's always."
But that's not your partner. That's somebody you just fucking go about your
No,
business.
I'm talking about you could be in a relationship, especially depending on the person you're with.
That's not your-
because there are people that make billions of dollars. There are people that make billions of dollars that don't have a thing about I could be home every single day.
Sweetheart, that's not your partner. Because one thing, your partner, the partner that's for you, the partner that is designed for you, is going to understand the entire intricate makeup of you and how y'all need to work together. And I had to be learning these things because I'll start fooling around with somebody in the beginning.
And you get busy.
You always this.
Yeah.
You listen to other this and that. I'm like, yo, shawty. I was doing this when you walked in the door. It's the same way, to circle this back around. In my previous business, when I used to be in the adult entertainment business, it was people wanted to be my boyfriend all the motherfucking time. But it was you wanted to be the big dick bitch's boyfriend because you saw her fucking and sucking dick, and that's what you wanted. You wanted to come in. You wanted this to be you all day.
Coach, can I get in real quick?
Come on.
Because see, sometimes people are drawn and attracted to your dreams and not you.
Aha.
And see, here's the thing. Relationships are the place that we go to learn and grow. And you have to be teachable. And oftentimes we go into relationships wanting to teach and wanting to control. Love is not ownership or control. Love is not ownership or control. Relationships are the place that we go to learn and grow. And oftentimes you want to go in and you want to lead and you want to tell people what to do. You're beyond reproach. Nobody can tell you anything. Right. The time that you were single, you pined over being single. Well, where's my partner? Where's my boyfriend? Where's my man? Where's my girl? But during that time that you were single, that's when you should have been doing your work, beloved.
Craig, they're saying we want to allow Mo to speak, but we were actually concurring with Mo.
Yeah, they were agreeing with
what you're saying. Like, I don't understand.
What she was just saying was that she wasn't disagreeing. She was just saying that the person that doesn't agree, that doesn't understand your life, they're not for
your
you.
partner.
But that goes back to what I was saying.
Right.
People are drawn to your qualities. They're drawn to that you're ambitious and you're doing this and you're moving and you're shaking. But then they want somebody that can sit there and text with them all day long.
All day, right.
It's like the qualities that draw people to you are often the same ones that make them insecure once you agree to be with them. And now all of a sudden, you always working. And now all of a sudden, you this and this, that. And now they can't handle that other people are attracted to you. They can't handle that you got all of these followers on Instagram and YouTube. And they worried about whether or not people are in your inbox.
But Craig, I will have to ask you about this, though. How about if and I'm just asking because there's some people that are like that. There are people that will say in their mind that I'm ready for whatever comes our way. But as soon as it happens, they can't really take it. Can you really blame them?
We need examples, Mo.
Okay, perfect example. You just named one. They say you tell them right off the bat, Maddie. You say that, hey, I'm not going to be on the phone with you all the time. I work constantly, and they're like, okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. But once you guys start getting deep into the relationship, they're like, damn, like I can't.
And it takes me back to that's not the partner for me. Mm-hmm. And you have to notice these signs because what tends to happen is when we get into these situations, we begin to dumb down.
Yeah.
Or we begin.
And
to
I'm not
bend.
going to shrink.
Right.
For a relationship. And women, I say this to you all. I do one-on-ones. I do like life coaching and stuff like that. And I had a one-on-one today. And it's like, what really breaks my heart is when women who have bought their own home or started their own business, they meet a man after the fact. And because this man is insecure or he's intimidated by her, what she does to pacify his insecurities, she'll add him to her house so he can feel like it's their house.
Yep.
she'll add him to her business, and then she starts consulting him. Babe, what you think I should do? Baby girl, you built this business without him. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't ask for his suggestions, but you were moving before you met him. Now, all of a sudden, you can't think for yourself. A man only, listen, Mary J. Blige did it.
Oh.
Wendy Williams, we just saw her.
Mary J. Blige did it again and again and again. And that means there's some trauma bond that tends to happen.
Come on.
That some man is coming and filling that space that makes her continuously do this again and again.
You should never have to dim your light or shrink to make somebody feel comfortable.
I've heard people say this, especially with us as black people. They say we're addicted to trauma. I've heard people say that.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. And see, it goes back to what I was saying before about, so like, again, when black boys are raised in households where there's no father, and again, I know that there are certain effects that happen to a little girl too, but I just want to focus on little boys. When they don't have...
Wait, be careful. Hey, make sure you say that in the right tone on this show.
And see, that's what I'm saying. See, I'm really passionate. I'm really passionate about what I'm saying.
But please make sure you say that in the right tone on this show. I just want to. They'll take that little soundbite and tear me up. No,
right, and look, and then we'll be talking about this on the next Fast
yeah.
Talk.
So make sure that you said it in the correct way.
So, okay, let me say. Okay, so sometimes when they're little boys,
that have trauma, you want to focus on the traumatized,
and they have trauma. They have trauma. But like when there's no father present, some of the effects for a little boy, they start to pay attention to the men in their neighborhood, the drug dealer, the pimp, their uncles, the neighbors, and they pay attention to how those men operate in relationships. And if those men are philanderers, then they sometimes will model that same behavior.
Correct.
Because little boys, I believe men are very impressionable. Men tend to be followers. And so even if they do have that desire, like Clay on Love is Blind, even if they do have the desire to be in a long-term relationship, they get distracted by the noise. They get distracted by what they saw in the neighborhood. And so it becomes popular to have 2 and 3 different women. When truthfully, at his core, he only wants to be with one.
But do you honestly think, Craig, honestly, in all honesty, in your almost 50 years of life...
Wait a minute now. I'm almost 48.
Oh. Okay.
I'm almost 48.
You look good, though.
Well, thank you.
But Craig, do you think in your close to 50 years
Close
of
to
living,
48. Uh-huh. What you want to say?
Wait, you threw me off. I was right.
I am rounding up. I'm close to 48.
In your close to 50 years of living on this earth, okay?
Yes.
Do you honestly, truly, and wholeheartedly believe that monogamy is a thing?
I think it is for some people. Just like sexuality is instinctive, it's how you're wired. I believe you're born straight, you're born gay, you're born non-binary, you're born trans. I believe you can be born those things, right? I believe some people can be born monogamous. It comes natural to some of us. But I think what happens is, because again, this group thought and this group think thing that happens, people who aren't monogamous pretend to be monogamous. They'll show up in a relationship pretending to be monogamous because they think if they give you their truth, that you'll leave, that they'll lose the opportunity for you. And so, for example, you have people who, let's speak about gay men. You have gay men who know they enjoy having sex with strangers. Online, in a park, at the gym, wherever, the bathhouse. But instead of being forthcoming and forthright about that, they'll pretend that they're looking for something one-on-one. They'll pretend that they're looking for a relationship when really they just want company for the weekend, companionship.
And they seen that big old dick and they want that. And that's okay. Just don't listen. I told my friend, my very good friend the other day, I think it's because it's the Libra in me that I'm going to mirror your actions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to, and this, because I'm also I'm in my mid 40s.
Girl,
I'm in my mid 40s.
You're over that hill. You're over that hill and rainbow. You're over that hill and rainbow, faggy. You're over that hill and rainbow, faggy.
Not a wrinkle or a tear.
I know that's right.
But being that I'm in my mid 40s, very close to my young 40s, what was that?
About monogamy.
Oh yeah, okay.
You over here, so busy bullshitting. And see, and I'm having a conversation with Dre talking about who hurt you. Nigga, sit down. Go ahead. See, they don't ever want to hear the truth.
I'm definitely in a space of understanding things a lot more, and I know that I don't want to be like really. I'm real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm straight up. If I have a partner, or if I get into a situation with my partner, and I know that my partner is, or I'm offering my partner the ability to come forward and tell me the truth, the whole truth. I'm in a space I want the truth, all of it. I don't want to be guessing. I don't want to be wishing on a star. I want the truth, so that I know how to maneuver myself through this. Younger me, I'd have been like, yeah, Now I'm just like, I just want the truth. If you want to fuck 15 bitches, right? If you want to fuck 15 bitches, I need for you to just let me know this, so that I can let you know that it's 50 niggas in my phone that's trying to fucking suck on me, right?
But see, it's easy to say that when there's no emotion attached. Soon as that heartstring gets pulled, then all of a sudden it's given.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing to hold the heartstring. Here's the thing to hold the heartstrings in place. If you do this stuff at the top of a relationship with me, I understand how to move accordingly.
But see, at the top of the relationship, you're not emotionally connected.
No, but
that's true.
That is
and
true.
And as soon as them feelings start getting, you want to start renegotiating the contract.
No, Craig, this is my thing, though.
You remember, there's a lot of situations where it starts off just as friends with benefits.
Yeah,
and the next
but
somebody catches
but hold
feeling.
on. But this is the thing. When it gets to that place where the lines are blurred, I want my lines to be motherfucking straightened out in front of me. I want them to be straightened out in front of me. I don't want the blurred lines. Mm-hmm. I'm not that young. And I don't want those blurred lines. I don't want that. I want to be very much so, bitch. Mm-hmm. You got some of the bitch, listen. Bitch, you can fuck some. You hear me?
But then you're not going to want him doing that with everybody else.
No, I'm not. And so therefore, if he does, then I need to prepare myself for detachment. I need to be in the space of I don't want to be drug all the way out there with that. I want to be, bitch, listen. Mm-hmm. I got some shit to get together. All right, boo, because I got some shit to get together in my shit too.
I believe that whatever you're looking for, it is also looking for you. So if you want a monogamous relationship, you can find that. The challenge is finding a motherfucker that's going to be forthcoming and honest about it. If you are interested in a throuple or having
But there are people out there who have no interest in a throuple that are in a throuple right now. There are people out there that
they need to keep the person that they with.
Because there are people out there right now. Oh shit, what's going on?
What happened?
I think did the internet go out?
Okay.
They can still hear us.
I think it was.
There are people out there right now on this earth right now, or is just over there, is having a bull-dagging situation, whether you're a man having a bull, or a feminine man over there with another feminine man trying to please your top. There's somebody out there right now that's eating pussy that ain't never ate pussy before, ain't having, because your man is a cheater. Mm-hmm. Your man is a cheater. Keisha, your man is a cheater. You don't have to cheat. You don't have to.
But see, sometimes people get into relationships thinking that
they can change
the relationship is going to make them monogamous.
Or that they could change a certain person.
That too. But it's like no one
happens.
lies to you more than you lie to yourself.
That's true.
No one lies to you more than you lie to yourself. And so if you know when you dating somebody and you hanging out with somebody, you know they ain't got the capacity
To be with you.
to love you the way that you want to be loved, or to be faithful, or to stick to the boundaries that you've set in the relationship. You know that. Risa Tisa.
Hey, don't we not doing
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
No, Craig. No.
I'm just saying.
No.
Listen, I'm just
No,
saying.
what you saying?
I'm just saying. You sometimes see the signs early on and you ignore them.
Yeah, we all have done that, but just don't call Risa Tisa out for that.
Correct, but I'm just giving an example.
I
'cause
know
that's-
you get, but we just say we all done did it. Don't do Risa Tisa.
Okay, and I will say this. We've all been someone's disappointment.
Yes.
We've all been someone's disappointment. Because this is just as I sit here and I'm talking my shit, there was a time that I was emotionally immature.
Well, don't let the comments pile up.
I was emotionally immature, and I couldn't handle a conversation where it required me to express my feelings because I thought that was weak. I thought it made me too vulnerable. But communication is our partner. Clarity is our friend.
And that's why I want you to be clear with me. Bitch, I love you. And I'll suck your dick till the sun come up. But bitch, it's 3 bitches' dicks that I haven't sucked yet that I want to have.
Those are some powerful jaws.
Right. It's 3 bitches' dicks that I want to suck that I ain't never had. You know what I'm going to tell that nigga? Go out there and have your fantasy. Because when it's all said and done, I'm not going to have the same feelings for you no more. And I don't want you to even take me on that journey with you to have those types of feelings with you when, you know what I'm saying, when you're going to creep on me doing that. Because you're going to, if that tastes in your mouth, you're going to go handle that third.
Yes, indeed.
You're going to go find a way to get that. And again, this is why I tell ladies all the time, okay? And I hate to bring this back to it. I don't want to be no biological woman because I know that the taste that a man has for a woman, I could never, ever, ever feel that taste.
Right.
And baby, when that man has a taste for the girls, it ain't no pussy you got or no kid you can give that will stop him from getting that taste if that's what he wants to do. So I'm not in any space like feeling jaded towards a woman because she's a woman, because there are things that a woman that gives a man I could never give, never. Yeah. I understand that.
Yeah.
And I circle back to that conversation when I had with you, which in Tennessee I showed you the thing.
Yes.
I circle back to this conversation that I know all the darkest secrets about their boy. The darkest. That lady just found out the darkest of his secrets.
Right.
And they done went this way. Now they trying to go back together. And this person telling me that they're going to marry each. He's going to marry her. And I'm like, well, I just, I hope you're not telling me it's like I'm going to be over here in the corner. Because see, when the time comes, when I really want to lock down and fuck with me a nigga, I ain't doing the shit you do. I'm not gonna be doing the shit you do. When I really get in there and I really lock down with me a motherfucking nigga, I'm not gonna be doing that. Like, so don't think that I'm just gonna be over here in my thing waiting on you to be, saying whatever you doing with that girl or whatever. You get what I'm saying? But one thing I've told him, sweetie, once the flavor is in your mouth, honey, that's like once you've tasted that Splenda, it does something to the brain. Splenda is artificial sugar.
Dear Lord.
Once you done put that Splenda in your mouth, bitch, it look like sugar and it gotta taste something close, but it ain't sugar, but it do something to the brain. Am I right?
Yes, indeed.
And my thing, what I told him to tell that girl, listen, because he told me, well, I'm gonna cut all that stuff out. I said, listen, baby, you don't gotta tell me none of this stuff, because I'm past you in years and wisdom. That person, that girl gonna always, in her brain, gonna always think that you fucking one of the girls.
One of the who?
One of the girls. And you might be out there in the streets.
Yeah.
Fucking one of the girls. So if that's something that you're not gonna share with her, you gotta get you a bitch that you're gonna be able to share that with, because you're not gonna stop doing it. You gotta get you a bitch that like the girls too.
So Maddie, then, what we were talking about earlier, when we were just putting it on men. So don't women in a sense have a part to play in how men come out into the world? Or
Well, if a woman, here's the
themselves?
thing: if a woman in that situation, then we're gonna go and we'll pick up on this other stuff later. If a woman happens to get into that conundrum of situation that includes me, that boy, that girl, and maybe a few other goddamn interactions, right?
Right.
And she decides that she's going to stay. You get what I'm saying? And then he goes and he tells her that he's not going to do that anymore. You feel me? He may walk that narrow, straight and narrow path.
For a time.
But delete me. Bitch, you delete me out your phone because you know the type of fucking we do. We do some awesome fucking. You know what we do.
Right.
So you might well just tell me, hey, it was nice. Cut that chapter off with me. Don't try to keep that open because you know what we do.
Yeah, but I'm saying like perfect example. You know how men
But I want to get back to her.
Oh, okay.
Now she going with this knowledge, knowing that this is going on, and she can go in with the belief system that he's gonna change. He ain't gonna do this or whatever. I told him if there's something that you are serious about, that you want to be serious with this. With all of this situation, then do it. If not, don't drag this girl into this. Don't drag that girl in there. Get you a bitch that do the things.
Here's where I am with it, though. With this whole dating thing. My next, you're either in therapy, have been to therapy, or you're on your way. Don't even come talk to me unless one of those things have happened.
You mean if they're on their way?
You're either in therapy, you've been to therapy, or you're on your way. You got your appointment. Because there's a lot to unpack, and I just think that when you look at the behavior, and again, I'm just thinking about the queer community. Like a lot of times people will say, "Oh, Craig, you're sex shaming. Oh, Craig, you're..." No.
Because sometimes it can sound that way, Craig.
I know it can, but I think it's my passion. But I think that
sometimes it can sound that way.
Okay. But I think But no, I'm just saying, I just think that, okay, here's what I want to say. And then like you said, we can move on. When I left college, I came here and I lived here for 13 years. And I came out here. And so most of my adult friends I made here. And I have a good balance of straight friends and gay friends. But what I will tell you is there was a point where I had to kind of catch myself. Because the values, the core values that I moved here with, that my family instilled in me, I kind of relaxed those values. I kind of relaxed them. And I became really okay with casual sex.
But you're having casual sex now.
I'm not.
Is there something you want to share with the court?
And so,
are you back in a monogamous situation?
I am not. I'm very much so single.
But so are you not having casual sex now?
I am not.
Craig's abstinent, Maddie.
No, he's not. Because we just had a gossip session the other day. Let him come forth and do this Eddie Long thing on y'all if you want to. Trying to be a preacher and then giving this other and those boys in the closet over there, bro. But
No.
Excuse me, those men.
I do not have a consistent sexual partner.
But you have sexual partner.
Well, my ex kind of circled back a couple times. Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you want me to say?
No, I don't want you to say that. I just want you to say that you are having sex casually.
That was a while ago.
Girl.
But back to what I was saying.
Girl.
When I started to acclimate within the gay community, I started to relax my values. Because sometimes, and I'm saying this to the young gay folk that might be out here, young queer folk that might be out here listening. I mean, it's for anybody, but specifically you guys and girls. and them and they.
Thank you. Thank you for being respectful on my show with that shit.
And so
Thank you.
I started to relax my values. And I became acclimated to having casual sex. Like you go to the club and you might see somebody that you like.
Oh, that's what you consider casual sex.
Yeah, you might hook up, or I may have been online like before Jacked and all that shit. You meet somebody online, and so I kind of got relaxed.
So that's what casual sex is?
Yes. Now that was listen. All that to say, I got to a point where I realized that some of the behavior that I was acting out wasn't my own. It was almost like I was starting to assimilate, because I noticed like the friends and the people that I had in the community, and what y'all not gonna do is try to act like, oh, well, that was just your friends. Y'all know how it is. And so I felt like everybody was just kind of okay with casual sex, right? Not having, just having really relaxed values and stuff around it. Didn't care if you were sleeping with somebody's friend or, you know what I mean? Like all that kind of shit.
Wait, that's a part of casual sex too? No, Craig, because listen, if you fucking
Thank you, Tiffany HR.
If you let me get my voice out,
Go ahead.
I don't fuck on my friends' niggas.
Huh? I'm not, and neither have I. But what I'm saying is, how in the community.
Really?
No, I don't fuck on my friends' niggas.
Oh, I thought you said you did.
Oh, no, I don't.
Oh, we're in the same boat.
No, I don't fuck on my friends' nigga. I don't get into that.
I don't do that.
But what I'm saying is, Courtney, this ain't no extreme example. Sit down. What I'm saying to you is, what we're not going to do is try to act like it's not highly sexual in the community. And part of that is just because we when it comes to gay men, because I did a show on my YouTube channel called Telling Our Stories, and I had a conversation with.
Do we have that commercial? Can we run that?
Wait, not yet. Let me say this.
No, we need to run that while Craig gathers his drunk thoughts.
Listen, no.
I need to gather Craig.
Don't run that commercial. I had a conversation with black lesbians and black gay men, and I said to them, "Are lesbians as promiscuous as gay men?" And they said, "Oh, absolutely not. We don't. Y'all be looking at apps and seeing somebody around the corner."
Because they're women.
And that's what I'm saying. So biologically speaking, we're wired differently. And I think in a heterosexual relationship, women oftentimes are the balance. If not, the men will be fucking day one. But oftentimes in heterosexual relationships, women are like, you got to take me to dinner a few times. You got to pay a few bills. You got to earn this.
That is true.
But in a man-on-man relationship, most times you down to go ahead and do it, right? Mm-hmm. So I started to relax my values. And so I realized, like, this isn't really who you are. Like, you have to start pulling back and separate what you see going on and just figure out what works for you. And I'm saying that I think that I'm not the only one. I'm saying that I believe that there are many other gay men, whether you black, white, whatever, who feel the same way I felt, but they participate in certain behaviors because it feels like everybody is doing it. So I may as well just go along to get along and just keep doing it and da-da-da-da. But what I'm saying is, you don't have to follow along with everybody else.
I haven't had sex in so long.
Girl, you just took.
Wait, is oral sex?
It has sex in it.
Can we run Craig's commercial, please? Please. Oh, my God. Here.
Welcome to season 2 of Telling Our Stories. But this season is a little different. We're coming to you all the way from Paris, France. I decided to move to Paris briefly to learn the language. Now, while my plan was to immerse myself in French culture to learn the language, God had a bigger, brighter plan for this trip. This time around, I sit down with black queer men and women across several sexual identities. Now make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you never miss an episode. This is Telling Our Stories, the Paris edition. Welcome to season 2 of Telling Our Stories, but this season is a little different.
Unloop that. Now I gave that bitch one commercial. Unloop that. I gave that part one commercial. Now unloop that. Hell no.
My fault. I forgot to take the loop off. I forgot to take
that shit over there looped up like that. Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you've been watching the show, get your motherfucking perfume From me, honey, the Everything perfume. Click on this. Take your phone and scroll across the screen so that ooh.
Girl, I got on my own stuff.
It ain't gonna do nothing but lift it up.
You want me to put it?
Especially between your legs. It's gonna lift it up, honey. It's gonna give you right. You're gonna get it up.
Well, they do that anyway.
Oh, I know they do that. Because you have a lot of casual sex.
When I was having sex.
No, you have a lot of casual sex. You see, I've just sprayed on it. Mo, it smells good, don't it?
It do.
Listen, the reviews are in. They're not lying. I've posted so many things. Like, people have been tagging me, and when it came out, it's just like, Mo, why would you take it off my face?
I thought I was going to ask you,
No,
do you want me to put it on your face?
Yes, I do.
Okay, here you go.
Wash it first. But there you go. Scroll across there, order you something, use Maddie20 at checkout. We are still running these because our bottles are getting ready to change, our caps are getting ready to change. Maddie20. That's Maddie, Maddie, Maddie20. That is the code that you use. Maddie, Maddie20. That's the code that you put in there, honey, when you do the things. If you want to get any of our merchandise, please make sure you visit www.fagtwalk. That's TAWLK.com. Fagtwalk.com. And also, last but not least, let us put some money in your pocket. Move that fag talk out of the way.
Okay, I was trying to
Girl, put that merch up there so we can see it.
That merch is running through the commercial down there. We doing thanks. Run the merch through there, Myrtle.
Okay,
Just go ahead and run the merch.
okay.
The creator came over here and took over the Maddie. Run the merch.
I am.
Run the merch.
Oh, God.
Myrtle, run the merch.
The pictures.
No, I was trying to put that up first.
Run the merch.
I'm sorry.
It's all the shit at the bottom of the screen. That we got Fag Talk mugs, Fag Talk slippers, Fag Talk shirts, Fag Talk socks, Fag Talk on your phone cases. We just got
iOS, Apple, and Android.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't know about the Android, but Craig's saying we got Apple. This is Fag Talk. So get your thing. Links to fagtalk.com. All right. Yep. Now, before we go, there is one other thing I want to talk about, but I was like, damn, Mo, you have to cut this show up.
Okay.
You're going to have to cut this show up because we're going on 3 hours. You got to cut
You've been telling him this for 3 weeks. I ain't seen no clips yet.
Don't do that. So you tell it, Maddie, you going to let him say I don't be cutting this?
I made my own clips, and I've sent some to Madison.
Really, Maddie? So
yeah,
what?
That's what them straight people do. You grow
up.
Really, Maddie?
You straights or something.
Anyway.
So I haven't been cutting up your clips, Maddie? I haven't been cutting up your shows and putting it on your YouTube.
This is our thing. But
somebody said the QR code is not working.
Wait a minute. How the QR code ain't working?
Hold on. Let me try it. Let me
scan across the screen to see. It better be.
I'm about to use my
That's the same QR code.
It's the same QR code.
Girl, his phone must be turned off. Let me do it.
Don't do that.
It works.
It does.
Oh, no. What is this?
Oh, no.
Girl, it says it's disabled.
Oh, yeah.
My line suspended?
I'm excited about the website,
Girl,
y'all.
take that damn
take
QR,
that
code
code down.
Yep. It said, yeah, it's the same thing for
Girl,
me.
your line suspended.
Let me call my assistant and get that QR code fixed. My line suspended. This is why people. I'm excited about the website, Greg.
Right.
I'm excited about the website.
Mm-hmm.
Put the website down there. Trent, fix that damn QR code. Fix that QR code. This QR code ain't working. Okay, he finna fix it, y'all. Bye, Trent. He finna fix it. Don't worry about it. It'll be working. But when you go down there to check out, still type in Maddie20. Maddie20. Mm-hmm. Now, listen. Oh my God, take this Fag Talk website down.
Okay.
What were you about to say? You were about to say something. You said.
I want to leave on talking about this because it kind of, but Mo, please cut this show up.
Okay, baby.
Thank you.
You won't. Really?
No.
Really?
Okay.
That's what you wanted to talk about?
No. Cut the show up. Cut out the show, Mo.
Okay,
Thanks.
man.
Okay.
Don't forget to sign up for Paid for Your Say. That's what you were going to say.
Somebody put wide. Why they put wide on? I want to talk about this.
You got my blood running through you and your daddy blood. How you gonna have somebody else's child out here?
So I'm supposed to be with somebody that I don't love so you could be happy?
You damn right. You damn
well,
right.
How does that work?
It works just fine for me, okay?
So she wants to put me out of her house.
Yes, you won't get the stepping if you don't get your man come up in here and create me a baby.
So then what am I supposed to do, Mom? You want me out the house because of who I'm dating?
Yes, I do.
And then what am I supposed to do?
You do what you want to do when you out my house, but long as you in my house, you gonna have a decent relationship.
But the thing
it's
is,
coming
Mom,
from the old school, baby. The old school. What I'm talking about is a man and a woman procreate and they have babies. Not a woman and a woman, okay? Y'all can't have babies together, don't you understand?
But she is a better partner than I've ever had in my entire life. But I'm supposed to be with somebody that I don't want. But
not by my
she has treated me the best that I've ever had in my whole life, Mom. But you want me to go and settle and be with somebody that I don't love. That's what you prefer. If you like,
you got my blood running through you and your daddy blood.
Now, we was just talking about lesbians.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to close out since we were in the lesbian situation.
Mm-hmm.
Craig, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. But I'll play it again for those people that
How you gonna have somebody else's child out here?
So I'm supposed to be with somebody that I don't love so you could be happy?
You damn right. You damn
well,
right.
How does that work?
It works just fine for me, okay?
So she wants to put me out of her house?
Yes, you won't get the stepping if you don't get your man come up in here and create me a baby.
So then what am I supposed to do, Mom? You want me out the house because of who I'm dating?
Yes, I do.
And then what am I supposed to do?
You do what you want to do when you out my house, but long as you in my house, you gonna have a decent relationship.
But the thing
this come from the old school, baby. The old school. What I'm talking about is a man and a woman procreate and they have babies. Not a woman and a woman, okay? Y'all can't have babies together, don't you understand?
But she is a better partner than I've ever had in my entire life. But I'm supposed to be with somebody that I don't want. But
not by my
she has treated me the best that I've ever had in my whole life, Mom. But you want me to go and settle and be with somebody that I don't love. That's what you prefer.
Guess what? You gotta grow to love people, okay? You gotta get to know the person. All right, you ain't even get no man no chance.
All right.
How you supposed to love a man? You ain't even let a man in your life. You just saw this woman supposed to give you everything. No, ma'am. Not in this house, not under my roof. No, ma'am. Try again.
So can I ask you a question?
No, ask me. I'm going to tell you.
Are you happy?
I'm wonderfully happy. Me and your daddy been married for 23 years.
It's been good all 23 years?
All 23. We have our ups and downs, and you know that.
Okay.
But you here. You here. Ain't you? Yes, you are. So I need you to do this. I need you to find you a decent husband, and I need you to bring him up in my house
because I'm not having a husband.
I can have some children, some
I'm not married,
grandchildren. Well, you
there's
got
so
my
many
blood
children
running through.
All right, y'all finna be shocked by what I'm getting ready to say. That's that woman's house.
I was about to say the same thing. Leave her house. Just leave her house.
That's her house. And as it's not easy to just say that I'm going to get up and say, just get out of the house. Just get out. But that's her house.
Yeah. And you know, I'm very clear that who you are is who you are, and you can't shift and change for your parents or family, you know, the black church, the black family, or the black community, society in general. But what I'm really clear about too is I think sometimes and I'm not saying in this instance, let me clarify because some people just be trying to misinterpret what I'm saying. I do think that we have to extend grace to our parents because I was 22 years old when I first came out, when I started talking to my family and friends about it. And my mother was not very receptive. Now today, she's my biggest fan.
Same with my mother.
You know what I mean? But just like it took me 22 years to get comfortable in my skin to start acting on the feelings, sometimes we have to give our family grace and give them time to come around because sometimes our parents have dreams for us. And they have this idea of how our life will play out. And I'm not making an excuse. hear what I'm saying. What I'm saying is sometimes we have to separate from our parents. If they're in that kind of space, sometimes we have to step back and give them the time to catch up. Because again, it took me 22 years to get comfortable in my own skin. I couldn't expect my mother to be okay in 2 days or 2 weeks.
Right.
And so I didn't force it on my mother. I spoon-fed her. Like when I came out, I wasn't talking to her. Like if we talked on the phone and she said, well, what did you do this weekend? I wouldn't say, oh, I went on a date with my man. No, I went to the movies.
Right.
I went out to eat. I spoon-fed her.
Yeah, you have to.
And, and then eventually she started saying, oh, well, are you seeing anybody? She started asking. You know what I mean? You have to give people time. And I think sometimes we're so, but again, it goes back to the politics. I think we get so politically correct,
Right.
And we expect people to just be on the same page at all times.
I actually think that if when you give people space, they become more receptive.
See, that's the shit I'm talking about right here. Brian, now you just sat here and heard everything I fucking just said. And you just said, so we have to enable our parents to be closed-minded?
No.
What are you listening to? Like, where are your critical thinking skills? Did you not hear anything I said? It's like that's the kind of nonsense that I'm talking about. See, some of you are so quick to try to
justify.
Right,
Some
that you're
people
not
talk
even
without-
listening.
Yeah, people just talk to hear themselves talk.
Right, you just typing.
No, because I will say that I think once you give people, like you gave your mom space to have her come to you and start, I think sometimes that's what you need to do, especially when it comes to your parents, is give them that space to let them actually, think about how they're affecting their children. Mm-hmm. Because even though it's not the same scenario, but my dad being African, there's a lot of things that I did or I believe that he was so against. So when I was living with him, we were always butting heads. Now that we live 45 minutes away from each other and we see each other sparingly, we've become closer. We understand each other a lot more. And I think it's because he's actually, when you still live under your parents' household, they're still looking at you as, you're my child, you're my responsibility, you should do whatever I
mean, you
say.
have people going to college, majoring.
I was just taking care of the QR code. It'll be
okay.
Give us moments before the show ends. You'll be able to scan your QR code.
You have parents. I mean, you have people going to college, studying in a specific field because their parents want them to study in that field.
I know that.
You have folk that want to go to college for the arts, or go to a dance school or whatever kind of school, and their parents said, "I'm not paying for that. Either you're gonna go over here and study this, or I'm not paying."
But this is
I'm
why,
not saying that you do that.
Yes. But you still have to walk in your individuality. You just got to, and sometimes what people don't understand is just as bad as it's hurting your parents, it is hurting you too. Mm-hmm. Because I said it on my show, you have to walk out sometimes alone to find yourself.
Right.
And hearing the voices of everybody else telling you what you are, what you should be. And this is here. This takes us right back, Craig, to when we start talking about rights.
Yeah.
How people think that we all of a sudden, because we gay or whatever, we got these magic rights or whatever. We're conditioned to have to walk a heterosexual life. Mm-hmm. This is mandatory for us to do this. Like when we come out of the vagina, this is the script that you must follow right here.
In the same way that black and other brown people or people of color have to walk in that white light. They're parallels. I don't care how you look at it. And it's like we've been taught white history, but they don't know shit about ours.
Right. Well, shit, we damn don't know shit about it.
Correct.
Because everything that we done been taught has been a whole fucking lie.
Because they've redacted it from the history books.
But here we go again with this, bringing it back around with an example. When we in this room, Craig and I fall up under the Libiquita Committee. Mm-hmm. We came from straight parents. Our parents had this whole thing set out for us to do, and it was in a straight world.
Yeah.
You people out there that have children are conditioning your kids to live in a straight world, to walk in line that is a straight. You don't know what those kids' identities are. You don't know how they're wired. You don't know. You want all of us to be wired the same. It's like a monolith.
Yes.
And that's not how it works.
That's a cult.
It is.
That's cult behavior.
And then
I also think parents want to live their lives through their children.
they do want to live their lives through
vicariously
through the kids. But I want to stay on what I'm saying about this shit right now, so that people can understand about how when they talk about agendas, and when you truly look at what the agenda is, come out the coochie,
go to high school,
go to
graduate,
go
college,
to college,
get a wife,
have children, repeat the same cycle
That's right.
over and over, pass this down. That is the default. That's right. Heterosexuality is the default.
Yes,
and
right.
so everything outside of that, now when we have the ability to laugh, live, and learn. Now you're afraid, and like, I gotta protect my kids from this, and I gotta keep my kids away, or I can't. No, this is not right. None of this is right.
Right.
Oh no. We have to eradicate this, because this is the right way.
And for those very same reasons, watch this. This is why when someone speaks up and proud to be black, that it sounds or comes off as, oh, he's racist. Am I not supposed to be proud? So if I speak up about it, if I speak too loudly about it, then suddenly I'm racist. Or because I use proper grammar, I'm bougie.
Or I'm trying to change your kid into being something because I want to live my life out of public. Or it's my fault that now, because I've transitioned into, a trans woman, that, you're getting clocked because we kind of look the same. Is it now it's my fault that because I'm walking in who I am. I don't think people really actually sit down. I got to talk to you about something, Craig, because I almost blurted something out.
Okay.
That I'm developing.
Okay.
But I don't think that people really walk in other people's shoes. I think they talk from their standpoint, or they talk from the life that they live,
their
experiences, or what they were taught, or we're from straight families, honey. We're from straight people. Mm-hmm. We are products of heterosexual people. So we've had to, for the first trimester of our life, had to walk in heterosexuality.
That's right.
To know that ain't what we want to do.
And to be clear that it felt incongruent trying to be that.
Here they go. What does God say?
Right. But see,
wait, did you hear what God said? Have you ever heard? When you're hearing from God, let's talk about it. Now, I want to talk about this. We got 2 minutes. When you're hearing from God, what does God sound like to you? Because I know what God sounds like to me. My whole life has been guided by God. My steps have been ordered. God talks to us and meets us exactly where we are. Even the book, if we're going to go according to the book says, come as you are.
Yes, Lord.
As you are. That means flawed. That means fucked up. That means big backed. That means skinny. That means titties at the top if you put them on and dick at the bottom. That means stud. That means butch. That means femme. That means flamey. Come as you are. Because all this will melt away when the day of reckoning comes, honey, and we shall be nothing but a spirit. And we ain't going to have no nuts, no balls, no titties, no dick, nothing. We will be a spirit. So when you're being spoken to, when I hear God talks to me just like he talked to a heterosexual person. He speak to me. He tell me when I'm right and when I'm motherfucking wrong. And he taps me on my shoulder and said, now, bitch, I'm going to fuck you up for that. And that's exactly how he talked to me. For y'all that don't believe it, that's exactly how he speaks to me. That's how I know. Because if somebody, I'm going to tell you a thing and then we're going to go. We got too quick. It's 2 hours.
Okay.
But, bitch, this is the type of show we give.
Right.
Monique called me one day. I think I told y'all this story. Monique called me, my friend. called me one day, and she say, "Bitch, you know God told me to call you to tell you something."
Wait, who said?
Monique.
No. She said what? Who?
She said, "Bitch, God told me to tell you something." And I said, "What did he say?" She said, "He said, bitch." I said, "Hold on." I stopped her right before that she even finished telling me what he told her to tell me, because I'm not gonna tell y'all what she told me. He told her to tell me.
Right.
He said, "Bitch, I had never told nobody. I had never told nobody that when God talks to me directly, he leads in with me with bitch. Bitch, didn't I tell you? Bitch, what? That's how." And so when she came forth and said that he was like, "Bitch," I say, "I know God talking to you, because that's the way I must have had to close my ears up, and they want to hear this word you finna tell me, because God gonna talk directly to you, and the only reason why that you don't hear him is because you motherfucker ain't trying to hear. And so if he have to come through, he, she, or it will have to come through to somebody else, you know." He, she, them, or they have to come through and speak to you in some type of way. He gonna speak to you in the way that that you done heard him before. And I've heard him before say bitch this and bitch that to me.
Yeah.
To me. And so when I heard her say to me that God said, "Bitch," I said, "Yep, that's from God. That's God told you to tell me this." Because that's exactly how he would have said it to my motherfucking ass. Just like that. That's how I know. So when a motherfucker be in the street telling me, "Oh yeah, God told me to," what he said, bitch, you want to tell me that. Because when the three want to speak to me,
He call you bitch.
Bitch. When the three want to talk to me, the three talk to me specifically the way I understand it. Because I ain't going to hear it nowhere else. Just like a lot of y'all don't like the way I deliver my messages and stuff like that. A lot of y'all feel like, well, maybe she should be more like Laverne. She should be more like Angelica. She should be more like Ho. I'm T.S. Madison. So people that hear my voice may not hear it the same way they hear from Laverne. People can hear from Laverne and may not comprehend it the same way they'll comprehend it from me. So everybody has their own...
There's room for everybody.
Their own comprehension level of how the message is supposed to be received.
Yeah.
But usually the message is the same. But it's how you hear it, to interpret it, to receive it. So when I hear, I remember walking on the motherfucking street. And God, bitch, if you go around that I promise you. And I went around that motherfucking corner, and I got in that motherfucking car and pulled that bitch up to that goddamn bush, and that nigga crawled through that grass and pulled out that sawed-off shotgun and put it in my motherfucking face. And the spirit had told me, it's loud as clear, bitch, don't go around that fucking corner and get in the car with that fucking man.
And you took your ass.
And I was like, child, because I was like, in my brain, God, that ain't no, and God ain't talking to me like that.
Because isn't that the one with the other?
And that was the last night I walked the streets. That was the last night I walked the side. That was my last night on the sidewalk
because
ever.
That was the one with the other.
Yes, that was the last night I ever walked the streets. But because I heard it incessantly say to me, bitch, don't you carry your motherfucking ass around that corner and and I walked my ass right around that corner
and did exactly what he said not to do.
And boom. What a night I had. What is this? Why
Girl,
did
get
he
him out of here?
Oh, child, that's somebody wants some attention. Get 3 dots.
Yes.
No. You deleted, bitch. You got a.
I was
trying
to.
Sorry.
Oh, that was. I didn't do that.
Block, bitch. Nobody done go through that, honey.
Okay.
Listen, nobody going through that. Just like God told me to tell you to suck my motherfucking dick, puss ass hole, and get the fuck off my page because somebody is getting a word and a message because God is talking to somebody right now, calling them a puss ass hole. Stop playing with me.
I shot a vote.
Or I'm gonna knock your ass off that goddamn out that bullshit you doing, bitch. And you don't think that's God talking to you, but it is. Anyway, my thing to the girl, sis, give your mama time, but get out her house.
Yep.
All right.
I ain't telling you not to do your thing, but give your mama time. And if time don't never come, you got to come to a place in yourself. You got to always, you can't walk and live your life for someone else. You can't do that. You'll forever be in misery. Why she done fucked and sucked her husband, and you done came here. And then you hear her say that her husband done had their ups and downs. So that nigga done fucked and sucked on her too.
You already know what that man.
So you can't. Nah. You can't do that. You can't fucking suck on your motherfucking on your time and then be worried about it if they all right with it. You got to do your thing. Respectfully, we still respect your mama. Go get out her shit. If they ain't gonna want your peoples, your boyfriend, your girlfriend to be around them, don't do that. Don't try to force that shit on them. You get what I'm saying? But just remember. Now I'm finna say something that's finna fuck y'all up for real. Just remember, when they get old and they got to come live in your house, when you and your wife together, let your wife bring them something to eat. Let your wife tuck them in. Because there's a lot of them crockers out there that hated niggas that's in the old folks' home right now. That's all they see. Hey, y'all, my shut up!
Now, see, if I had said crackers, I don't even say that. I don't even say that.
Nah, but you know what kind of crackers I mean.
But they don't never know what I'm talking about, though.
Nah.
They don't ever seem to know what the fuck I'm talking about, though. And I don't even say crackers.
Nah, Craig, I'm not talking about white people. I'm talking about them crackers.
Well, those are the white folks that I be talking about when I'm talking.
No.
They are. They the kind of white folks I be talking about.
You talking about them crackers?
I don't say that. But yeah, them crackers.
I'm talking about them crackers. The one that spit on us and niggas us and did all the type of fuck shit they did. Them crackers.
I just find it interesting how they can decipher the kind of white people you talking about, but they don't never know which ones I'm talking about.
Because the message I give, they understand that. See, that's why. See, they understand the tonality in my voice.
No, it ain't. No, you know what it is. They want to lock up the truth. They don't want me to talk about the truth.
But I said the same thing, but bitch, it's just the way you say it. It's in the tonality of it.
Bro, Maddie don't come off like she don't like white people.
No, I don't.
Well, girl, I'm
Craig, you do.
I don't give a fuck what it come off like. If they stop doing some of that fuck shit, I wouldn't have to sit here and say it. Now I got to talk my black-white shit when I come here because we got 9,000 people over here watching. I don't have 9,000 people watching when I'm over there talking on my YouTube channel.
Well, this is what happens when you get what? Fag talk.
That's right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a fag, put a 1 in the comments down there. If you're a real fag, we want all our real fags. Listen,
and if you're adjacent, put a 2.
No, wait.
No, we ain't doing no adjacent.
It's either you're a fag or you're not.
If you're a fag, put your 1 down there in the comment now.
Put your 1 down there. If you a popular hot ass gossiper and you love fag talk, please put 1 down there in the chat. And ladies and gentlemen, before you go, Mo, run that motherfucking QR code across the screen.
Girl, let's make sure it works.
The QR is gonna work.
Are you over the chat?
No, go. You can check. Run across the screen, Mo. Put it on but let the QR code work. Cause baby, what? Baby, what? Let me.
Girl, no, she's not. She's not working.
Clear your cookies out, bitch.
Girl, now, in this instance, you might need to get you some whites or some Asians to come work.
No, bitch, my black folks work just for me just fine.
Well, girl, that QR code ain't working. Oh! And then he said, then your assistant then sent you the voicemail.
Wait, it said it's going to be active in a second. Hold on. I'm reading it.
Oh, so we got to sit here till it's active?
No, we don't. But by the time they run that motherfucking QR code, my line won't be suspended.
Oh my God.
Bitch, we'll see y'all the next time, but keep checking out the QR code, because bitch, by the time this shit over or come back up, it'll be working, honey. Listen, we love you like a fat bitch love cake, and we'll see you soon. Oh, and remember, when you see the tickets go on sale for the Maddie in the Morning live show, honey,
April 24th.
April 24th at City Winery here in ATL. That'll be our first night of our residency. We want you to come on out, get your tickets, have a good time. We love you like a fat bitch love cake. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Hey, everybody, this is T.S. Madison, and if you are trying to grow your business, brand, or product, why not advertise with me? Email me at booktsmadison@gmail.com so that you can get in on our comprehensive advertisement packages. Unique visits, unique subscribers, honey, a broad demographic. Advertise with me today. Quit talking and listen. Get over to my Patreon right now so that you can receive some exclusive content from the TS herself. Who you said? The TS. Patreon is filled with one-on-one, exclusive content, behind the scenes. You can even chat with me in there, me and you. It's just me and you. So get to www.patreon.com/TS Madison Hinton, and you'll be glad you did. I promise. This has been a TS Madison and RDE Multimedia Group presentation. Hey guys, if you just enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/TS Madison Hinton. Or if you're already here, click that bell up there, one of them, and subscribe so that you don't miss this or any other excellent content that I have for you. Don't meet me here, beat me here. Ciao. You ain't gonna have no other choice but to see me because I'm in everything.
There it is,
you ain't
right
gonna
there.
have no other choice but to see me because I'm in everything and everywhere. Ooh. I'm in film, television, streaming, music, bitch, and pornography. Damn. Bye.